good afternoon if you are in Texas, or a part of Texas. Good evening if you're in the UK, and if you're further east, like Australia, it might be tomorrow already. So thank you for joining me. My name is Dayle Rodriguez, and today I have a living legend, Sia Tonrat.
What? You did it right.
I've practiced your name hard. After I failed last time, hard.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm impressed. Thank you very much. In fact, if I totally forgot I was gonna have a stick in hand because my soundboard's a little bit further away. I would have given
Were
you
you
an
going to do a
applause
little cheer
there.
for yourself?
I would have given you an applause there, sir. No, you got my name right. I know how you were very sensitive about it. So
What can I say? Your name's very important to you, and the least people can do is learn to pronounce it. It's not difficult. It's an easy name.
it that is true, but you know what, my friend, I have been called many things in my life. It's I'm used to it, so we're good. We're good.
Oh, so much to talk about: barbecues, superheroes, music. But first, we're gonna get the semi-boring stuff out of the way, right? We're gonna do a scan of your LinkedIn profile. Your work background is phenomenal. Let's start with the most recent thing: founder, Brilliant Beam Media. What's up with that? What's it about?
What's up with Brilliant Bee Media? Well, basically, I'm a digital content strategist consultant, and my company is growing. I'm so excited. We launched this business in January of this year, and it's all about digital content creation. So we help
Hmm.
businesses, you know, make their social media content a little bit more social and more
Hmm.
entertaining, but yet at the same time still deliver
Hmm.
the message to, again, as a tool, like anything else, to make sure that companies meet their marketing initiatives.
Yeah. And in some cases, like you make really kick-ass promo graphics. Like if people don't know already, the Flabonga Mothrothecube, spelled incorrectly by the way,
Is it
promo
incorrect or is it?
is. I mean, it's a made-up word, so technically it can't be spelled incorrect. I mean, all words are made up, but like it's a complete nonsense word.
Monthrothecube, right? Did I misspell it? Oh man, if I
Yeah,
misspelled it, let me know.
you did.
I can't seem to get the
It's
damn
okay.
name right. It's Monthrothecube,
Oh
right?
crap! Do you know what?
Flabonga Monthrothecube.
Yeah, but there's an A in it, not an E in it. And I'm
Ah,
gonna do something really embarrassing that I should have done before we went live. I need to plug my laptop in. Do you mind if I
go
just
plug your laptop in, my friend.
yeah, just a little bit of whole music maybe?
Do do do. Well, okay, if I had my stick, I'd be playing the music for you.
This is
Oh
what
wait, well this is fun.
people
Hey, wait, if
pay.
you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, yeah, take your time. It's all good. This is a professional shindig, people. This is a
Professional.
yeah, yeah. Mate, everyone can hear me like
Can you hear?
rattling around my living room. I realised I could have muted myself. Oh, there we go. Whole music, banging. Thank you.
And look what I got. Oh, I think I'm supposed to stop it. Oh, there. Boop, boop. Are we still doing this? Oh, I guess. Okay. Well, hey, while Dale is plugging his laptop back in, I'm thrilled to be here. And hello, everybody across the pond and everyone else in the other parts of the world. I met Dale through, I think, Raquel and Nick Smethurst. And if you ever just like connect with someone, like seriously, like so today we're having a bit of a rough start here because as one does during live streams, but I just uber connected with Dale, and I'm absolutely in love with the fact that he's so cool. That when you think about LinkedIn connections in general, how they seemingly don't make any kind of sense, or I've been having this conversation a lot lately. It's like, oh, you're just trying to make friends on LinkedIn so you can get likes and subscribes and all that crap. And I just want to go on record and say, no, that's not the way to do LinkedIn. Do not do that. If you do that, what purpose do you have? So what? You get a bunch of followers, but if your followers don't do jack shit, then what you got? You got nothing, nada. Okay, that's my see a moment. Are you back now, or I'm
I'm back.
okay?
I heard some of that. Thank you. It's very kind of you. The back scratching you shaking out of that. I'm not gonna say
Oh, do you like the
it's
back?
doing something for me.
See, back
I like
stretchers
it.
are the best people.
Yeah,
And I also
that's
have one of those
that's
like
hot.
massager, like a what do you call those like things like a it's like curved hook and it's got a ball in the end so you can massage your back too at the same time. So good.
They're pretty dope. Andrew Ward is watching. Andrew, I wish I could stay for this one. Howdy, Sia and Dale. He's a good guy. People need to connect with him. He does cybersecurity stuff for BDO, one of the top 5 accounting firms in the world. I think I know the top 5 in the UK. I don't know how they're in the world, but they're pretty.
Ooh.
They're
Hey,
pretty.
Andrew, please connect with
They're
me.
big.
I too am a former cybersecurity person, and I also have a show that airs every other week on Thursdays. It's in partnership with Checkpoint Software, and it's called Checkpoint Real Talk. And basically, we get a bunch of cyber professionals, executives in leadership, and we review technology and cybersecurity as it's depicted on TV, news, and media. Not
I was
news,
going to say
media.
the last one I watched, you guys were reviewing Hackers, the 80s film. Hackers? Is that
No,
right?
not hackers. We did war games so far. The
War Games, that
crowd.
was it.
And wait, oh my gosh, wait, we've only had 3. We just launched this thing. IT Crowd. Oh, The Good Doctor, which is an American.
I'm gonna have to catch up on the IT Crowd one because I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I'm sure you guys were amazing.
Oh, well, we had some. I'm not gonna lie to you. We had some technical difficulties, as we all know, as we are apt to know. So we had some issues. Okay, I'm so sorry. My hair is like kind of crazy and everything. But anyway, yeah, no.
It's
So
cool.
it was a lot of fun doing that show.
Andrew Ward. Yep, global. All right, see ya. First question: if you had the choice between super speed or the power of flight, which one are you choosing?
Oh, flight. I don't know why. I think the idea of
Pourquoi?
pourquoi je ne parle pas français. So we're just gonna nip that in the bud right now. But no, when you have the ability to fly, you can see higher and kind of get the broader, bigger perspective. So I'm a big fan of, before you jump into action, kind of know what you're kind of stepping into. But yet the irony of that is, I say that, but do I actually do that? So I say theoretically I'm all about flight because I want to see the height and see the big picture. But the truth of the matter is, I'm Speedy Gonzalez and I'll just go flying in stuff and
yeah, do as I say, not do as I do.
one hundo. Did you like my non-answer?
Yeah. It was a great answer, and I want to go deeper into this one.
Okay, shall we? Shall
with the super speed and the power of flight, right? With the power of flight, you can only go at your maximum running speed. So you can fly, but you're only going like maximum like 15 miles an hour for like, and you get equally as tired as if you're running.
Okay. So, I think I would still choose flight. And the reason being is yeah, I might not be moving laterally quickly, but I would like to think I still have the laws of gravity taking into place, right? So I could still falcon my hiney down and leverage angles and the motion of the earth to try to get me to that location faster.
That was a good answer, by the way, because it was a nonsense question and you just nailed it.
Well, but I mean, I don't say I think about these random things, but let's just be honest. I kind of probably do think about these random things at some point in my time. So yeah, no, I am like queen of random trivia and knowledge. So if you want to quiz me on random stuff, I could probably pull it out of my ASS somehow. Like, I'm really fun at pubs. Like that is one thing that I love doing in life, you guys, is like hanging out with your friends at a pub and just doing like trivia night. Those are to me, the funnest times. Yes, I said funnest.
That's awesome. I wasn't going to question it. I'm not going to question your English as someone who speaks American English. I'm not even going to go there. That's a debate that happens almost every time Nick is live with Raquel or yourself. We're not even going to go there.
You know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. It's actually there's a TikToker guy that had talked about he actually, that's his whole thing, is he talked about American English and English, UK English. And he actually goes down the history, and he says there's a lot of American words that you guys all make fun of us for, but apparently are rooted in England, like England, and you guys just decided to change it for whatever reason. So like, we're even more English than you guys with a lot of words.
I said I wasn't going to go there, but now I'm interested to know what words are you more English.
You're going to ask me that. I knew it, and I actually thought I saved it. I was going to send you some, and you nicked some, just to be like, haha, check out that like aluminium. But no, there was some other words that I thought was really. I promise we'll do a follow up, and I will send it to you or have it prepared.
Okay. Oh look, Raquel.
Oh, Rocky, beautiful. No, so I know like today's episode's going to be like kind of weirder than normal. Because our group, and I do want to talk about that group that you and tribe that you kind of develop on LinkedIn and whatnot. Another member of our group, if you will, of our community. It's really community. She's live streaming right now as well. with another, I think, with another
Oh,
member of the community. So we're like really spread out. So sorry, Dayle. I think we're going to be a little bit like thin on live audience, but I know
no, that's
replay
cool.
will be huge.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm having fun talking to you, if I'm honest. So this has worked out very well for me.
Dude, we could.
Raquel, gosh, I love seeing these two faces on my screen.
Yay.
I love you, Sia and Yasatomat. Fantastic.
Yeah, I love you,
I don't love you,
Rocky.
but I strongly like you. Love is a strong word. We can't be throwing that out flippantly. So.
Well, I mean, I think you know what's funny. Why is that? Why is that like when it comes to well, I don't know, cis hetero relationships? I'm trying to be a little bit more sensitive. But you know, why is it that like for me to say I love you, Dayle, like we have to be careful of like, oh, is it meant to be like sexual? It's like, no, like I love, you're a good soul, you're a good human. There's a reason why we connected and bonded and have a lot of fun. Like, why is there awkwardness? That's my.
Oh, it's not awkward.
That's my.
I'm just British. That's how we do things.
Oh,
We don't use the word love.
oh, is that what it is? Okay, so Americans love freely. Is that what you're saying? Like we just like love everybody?
Yeah. You guys love everybody. Like, we're just like, no. Like you can like, you know, you can be married 20 years. You don't say I love you to your wife. Don't be absurd. Nonsense.
Well, like actually with my boyfriend, let's see, I've been with him 20. It'll be 21 years. Or no, it already passed. May 4th was our 21. We just look at each other and say I like you now. Like, but that's more like the. Or no, actually, what's the term? We say I accept you. That's more.
That's actually quite a nice thing to say.
Really, right?
Yes. Okay, bringing it back to business.
Okay, sorry. I digress.
Hewlett Packard.
Yes.
Territory account manager at Sonic Wall. Who are these people? I know who HP are, but what's that about?
Well, okay, so Hewlett Packard Enterprise is a break off. So Hewlett Packard HP brand broke up in like, I don't know, 2015 or something like that. So there's the we call the consumer side of the space, which would be like your desktop, laptop, ink crew. That is, they actually continued on with the Hewlett Packard branding. And then I was part of the data center side. So I was Hewlett Packard Enterprise, where we are running the freaking infrastructure for so many different major, you know, Fortune everything worldwide. So I had a joy and a lot of fun. I started out in the networking group and moved my way into account management, left managing an account globally. Well, I was part of a global team that managed the business for the United States and this global company for HP. And that was a hoot. It was in telco. And the company may or may not have been headquartered in Sweden. That's all I'm saying. So it was really neat to manage that relationship.
I like the way you did that. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, I do have another geeky question related to your days at HP. I know it was a while ago, but OEM, original equipment manufacturer. That has different meaning to different people, right? Because HP call themselves an OEM, but they kind of not. They kind of are, but they're kind of not. Am I right?
Well, what do you mean by that? Like, so it depends, like, right? So, I mean, we can white label our hardware services, right? So when we work with other companies, we can white label our hardware. And if you want to slap on your own branding, have at it. We don't care. Buy our product. That's really that's one portion of the HP's business. That is our OEM side of the business. And then there's obviously our branded HP servers, HP server storage, networking, software, all that stuff, and all the professional services and all financial services, all that stuff. So yes, if I may clarify, absolutely, there's a very good possibility for a lot of people who may or may not be aware that a branded, product by another company is actually run on HP hardware. HPE hardware. I left the company in 2017, so I got to get.
I know. That's why I'm asking these ridiculous questions from years and years ago.
I know. No, you're making me remember. It's good. It's good.
Okay. I've already asked you the cookie or biscuit question, haven't I? I feel like I asked you that.
I think you did when we chatted, and I say cookie because I'm American. But the funny.
I'll ask you again for people who haven't seen it. If it's okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Ask again. Ready? Go.
If you were a cookie, what kind of cookie would you be that accurately portrays your personality and why? But please don't just pick your favorite cookie.
Oh, damn. Okay, now that's a different question. I thought you were just going to ask me cookie or biscuit. Wow.
I thought I asked you that question already. Apologies.
Okay, so I'm going to say something that's probably not popular, and I think a lot of people don't like it, but oatmeal cinnamon, with chocolate, not raisins. And the reason being I would be that is because, you know, oatmeal is a very flexible material. You can make it into lots of different things and put it in lots of different meals and or dishes and recipes. And so it's like, yeah, it's a plain looking, plain Jane, bland thing. But when you mix it up and you add it into other things, it becomes that much more and amazing. It is the reason why I would add cinnamon is because, well, you need a little bit of fun, spicy spice in your life. And then chocolate is because I think chocolate is more palatable for other people as well as myself than raisins. Raisins are great occasionally, but man, if you just want to have some fun, you want some chocolate.
Agreed, because I don't like being tricked into eating fruit or vegetables, and raisins are fruit.
You know, I think it's funny. I saw on a like you know, like TikTok, like and YouTube, they do all those shorts and whatnot, and they have oh yee, Andrew, you're my friend.
Oatmeal for the win.
So so they just had these shorts of the Big Bang Theory, and it was like, I guess it was season 12, and it was Sheldon and his wife. Oh my gosh, probably
Amy.
I'm blanking on her name. Amy. Yeah, of course, Shamey. When they were trying to petition for the Nobel, and they shipped cookies to all the Nobel laureates, and this one woman was like, oatmeal raisin, and then she chunks it. So I thought that was funny. Again, random stuff that pops in my head, sir.
No, it's cool. I think our minds are similar in that regard. Now, we have promised the people we're going to talk about barbecue. Like you said it in comments, so I feel like we've got to go there. You got some serious barbecuing equipment, right?
I do. I shouldn't say I do. We do. I shouldn't even say we do. He do. No, yeah. So
because you got.
Yeah, we do.
Two, 3 grills.
No, two grills.
Smoker.
2 grills. One's a green egg. So for those that are not familiar with like smokers, this is literally the shape of a green egg, and then like you lifted up the lid. It's very heavy too, by the way. That sucker gets hot. But we've made everything from ribs, obviously brisket, pizza, chicken, everything in there. But my boyfriend's specialty is the brisket, which is a very Texas thing, by the way. It seems to be a very popular thing to make, but it takes forever.
It is a proper Texas thing. I think brisket, the way it's cooked on a smoker, is a full-on American Texas. Like sometimes the origin of food is questionable. Someone will say, "Oh, we invented it." We don't know. I think no one can really question that brisket, cheap cut of meat, made flavorsome thanks to the good old US of A. Let's be honest.
Well, you know, so he's followed like a bunch of different recipes, felt it out, and I think that's the joy of barbecue and food in general, right? It's like your food preference. It is combinations in like paint, right? Like if you just add a little bit tint of white to this like wonderful peach color, then it becomes a different, color. And by the way, I'm not a big fan of peach, by the way. Let's just say you add white to some black and it becomes gray.
The flavor or the character from Mario?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, that's what I love about like barbecue and seasoning. Everyone's got their own seasoning. Like they've got their own blends. And
you say that. If you come to the UK, seasonings are not the commonplace.
You know what? Okay, I don't care what you say. When I was in England, I thought the food was great. Like it was so different. Like your blood.
Where did you go in England? What did you eat?
Okay, so when we were in London, we're in London, and we stayed right by Buckingham Palace. Like we were like across the street looking at this really cute hotel, little boutique hotel. But then we only stayed there for a few days, and then we went up to where he's from. His family's from is Newcastle. So we were in Newcastle for a night, and then we drove like a little bit more inland to this small town called Haltwhistle, and that's where they're from. And so we found the so I did his genealogy. That's why we actually went, and so we did a little pilgrimage to the family, and we actually found not a direct descendant, but like uncle, great uncle, and I saw their line, and it was way hella cool, up to 16, I think it was 1690s was the headstone, was the oldest person.
Time ago.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. But yeah, they have a long history, that whole family out there, which is really hella cool on his mom's side. But yeah, that was really great. So what did we eat? I ate everything local that I could. Like if I saw like breakfast, like a traditional breakfast, I ate it. Like your beans, your tomato, your
Yep.
sausage, and like with that blood thing. I thought that was really,
Black pudding.
yeah, so good. I enjoyed it.
It's delicious.
It's
It
delicious.
sounds gross, but it's delicious.
Exactly. Yeah, the family was not fond of that. Like I'm like, eat your food, people. This is what your peoples ate. But
Isn't it?
yeah, I mean, what else did I eat? I mean, I ate like, I mean, sausage and potatoes stuff. It wasn't that
Yeah, there's no
memorable, but it
seasoning.
was delicious.
With some salt and some pepper at best.
Probably, but hey, hey, when in Rome, sir. When in Rome, or when in the UK, you kind of do what you do. Like,
So what's your signature dish? What's like if I'm coming over to your place, right, and we're hanging out, and you want to impress me with the cooking, like what are you cooking, or what are we eating?
I make a mean ginger soy miso sea bass.
That sounds delicious.
So I do that. My largely because of my mom. My mom can't really chew hard foods right now, so like sea bass is her thing, and so I just like started making different dishes with that. It's hard though for me with timing because I get my ADHD kicks in, so I have to really focus and make sure like, okay, you're putting the fish in now. Like there's like 15 timers for me. Like, hey, a hole, you've got fish in the freaking because you have to broil it, right? If you want that good like
I
sear.
do that too.
Yeah.
I do that too. That's why I like smoking, right? Because you can leave it for like 5 hours and you'll be kind of okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know what? Okay, can I
that's
just tell you
awesome.
season-wise that I've just absolutely discovered and I'm in love with is cumin. I'm obsessed with cumin. I love cumin. Cumin needs to go on everything, I've decided. Not sea bass. That's a little too of a strong season, but
I was gonna say it's quite a strong flavor.
it is, but it's so damn good. Like on steak, beef, all the time.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
I've never tried it on. I've done it in curries before, but not like on steak.
okay, so he will do so it's like our favorite way to do steak. So we like to cut ribeyes and then he'll season it and I don't know all the ingredients either. It's like I said, that's his jam, but he added cumin
Mm.
to it, read it through research or whatever. And
Mm.
he'll grill it not on the green egg, but on our Weber. Is it Weber? Weber.
Yeah,
I think we have
Weber.
Weber.
Some people say Weber. They use South African. And they're
Oh
wrong.
really?
But
Oh,
there we
okay.
go.
Oh well, they're just
South
they're
Africans.
just down there.
Love them.
I want to go to South Africa. Have you ever been?
I haven't, but I do genuinely want to go. However, all my friends from South Africa tell me it's like the rich poor divide is insane, and it's the kind of place where because firearms are legal there as well. Like they all have stories of being carjacked. It's commonplace. Like it's just like they talk about it like you know how like you and I might catch the bus or go into the driveway. Like they've all been carjacked, and it's like it's no big deal to them. That's how dangerous some of it is.
Well,
Like it's standard.
we were in Greece traveling with friends, and we just randomly sat next to this lovely family, and they owned a winery out in South Africa, and they gave us a card. They're like, "Come visit us," and I was like, "Yes, yes, free wine, hell yeah!" I'm kidding, it wasn't free, I'm
Do
sure,
it.
but no, yeah, I hear they've got some great wines down there though, so that would be good to check out.
They do have delicious wine. I'll give them a shout. And also, again, they are good with their smoking, right? They got braais, they got the boerewursts, they've got all this tasty meat and food that has just been cooked low and slow.
Ooh,
Like,
tender.
have you ever had a South African braai or been to one?
No, okay, now I feel like I need to like Google this and see if there's anything in Dallas.
Forgive me the spelling. I think it's Braai or braai. I don't know, but it's a South African way of doing a barbecue, and it's an all day event, right? People say like rock up at a certain time, and the food gets cooked when it gets cooked, and you just sit in there grazing and drinking, and it just goes on. It's just chill. Family are there, kids fall asleep, people eat more food.
See, I love
It's
this.
dope.
I love this.
And
It
yeah,
reminds me of Korean barbecue.
it's great.
Have you had that?
Is that I've never had Korean barbecue before.
Oh, it's fun. So for me, Korean barbecue is about communal eating. So basically,
Mm.
you get well, depending on the location and whatnot, but you either have it delivered to your table, you order it, or you go and grab it yourself. But it's all raw meat. Some of it's
Yep.
seasoned, and you just pick what kind of raw meats you like, and then you've got a griddle
Mm.
in front of you, and then everyone kind of cooks together in front of each other, like, and then it's communal. You share the food. So if you just like want to slap on some like steak or shrimp or fish or whatever, vegetables, and then you just grill it up. It's so good. And then the Koreans, what I think is awesome is they have a lot of side dishes, like small side dishes to
Hmm.
eat with your meats, and they just deliver it like, oh, it's like an endless yumminess buffet of taste explosion.
I've heard of Korean buffet, but I've never had it. I was in LA several years ago, and I almost got the chance to go to a Korean buffet place, but I didn't make it in time, and I regret it to this
Oh
day.
my god. Okay, then when you're back in Texas, we will take you to Korean
Yep.
barbecue, and then we'll do a Texas barbecue, and then you can feel
Yeah.
out the joys of barbecue around here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, but I think Korean barbecue is probably one of my from a if you're going to be with a large group of friends, it is so much fun because you could actually have a bunch of grills like in front, and so you can all sit together and drink and you know
Yeah.
socialize. There's
I wonder what the accident rate is though. Like if you got people eating and drinking, grilling their own food. I wonder how many people get like a little bit. Ah.
yeah, I in all my years of seeing that, I've never seen anyone overdo the their consumption that they would go
Okay.
burn themselves. I would probably say that if you're at that level, you probably should have left the facilities long before that could happen, I guess.
Fair play.
Well,
Fair
it's
play.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, the griddles are usually like lower than table surface. So I mean, if you're gonna try to burn yourself and fall in, you really have to try. It's not like the Japanese hibachi. Like it's not
Yeah.
like I mean, it kind of is because it does get hella hot around those hibachi grills too.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
Question for you: when it comes to LinkedIn content and creation and the media and all that kind of stuff, do you have a particular bugbear? Because you're someone who's, I won't say an expert. Oh no, I'm going to give you expert status. As an expert, I know you don't like being called that, but you are. What's the bugbear that you see on either people's profiles, their streams, or what's the one thing that really gets your goat?
Okay, so I think okay, it depends. Okay, look, LinkedIn is has become a very prominent social media platform in the last few years, right?
Mm.
Especially it is for business. So let's not confuse it with Instagram. And I know there are some individuals that will post Instagram like photos, and I'm okay with that ish. But I think that's probably gets my goat the most. Really, is people who post on LinkedIn without a purpose. To me, LinkedIn is a social media platform for business
Mm.
and
Yeah.
to get business as a result of your posting. Okay. So if you are sitting there like you and me eating barbecue and we look
Mm.
like, our happy piggy self that's going like, rah, 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 type of thing. That's
Mm.
one thing. And there's no context and it's just pictures of us just eating like, gluttonously and there's no context. I have a problem with that. What I don't mind is take that same exact picture, but have some message, parable, if you want to call it, whatever you want, but something that's relatable in a way to say, oh, look, when two worlds across a huge, gigantic ocean get together and
Mm.
collaborate, this is what you get a lot of food, a lot of weight gain, perhaps a little heartburn, right? Like that's kind of thing where you can tie it in a way that makes sense, right? So if you and I do meet up, and
Agreed.
it's not if, when we meet up in person, I think
Yeah.
that is the value. And if anything, you're upselling LinkedIn, right? You're saying, look, LinkedIn connections is not just virtual. It is in person, it's real, and it's deep. That's what they like to see and hear. And the reason why I know you're probably looking at me going, well, what relevance does this have with like business? It's this people do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? You consult for cloud solutions in the fintech industry. If people don't know who
Yeah.
the hell you are and don't know what you're all about, then you are exactly like any other cloud, consultant for fintech out there. So how do you differentiate yourself? LinkedIn offers that ability for you to make yourself stand out, be likable, win that trust, all that good stuff.
And do you want to hear the secret?
And what is
I'm
it?
not actually a nice person. I'm actually quite evil.
Well, I know you're evil. There's no two ways about it. And I apologize. I stood up there for a second. My laptop just closed off,
That's right.
but that's okay.
There's no need to apologise. I mean, I spent the first 2-3 minutes trying to plug my laptop in while you carried this show. So
Well,
thanks.
I'm
Thanks for
used
that.
to that stuff too, though. I mean,
I owe you one.
I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why, what I do, what I do. Does anyone know that song?
Sorry, I was
Did
enjoying
you not
that.
know that song?
Um,
It came from.
it sounds
It
familiar.
came out in the '80s. I don't even know who sings it. It just came out. It just popped in my head.
I hate to break it to you, I was barely alive in the 80s.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like the T-shirt, by the way.
Oh yes,
This charming man.
I wore this in honor of our conversation. And no, it's not just because I thought you liked the Smiths. It's because I like the Smiths, and I figured it'd be kind of nice little subtle nod to like my compadres across the ocean. And the fact that allegedly Morrissey actually completed a concert the other day, so everyone's like, "We got to high five and celebrate." He didn't walk off his own show. Woo!
That is a new thing. We shouldn't praise him for it though, because other artists finish their shows. They usually do like I heard like Beyonce did like a 3-hour show. That's not like I was like that's insane.
Oh yeah.
With like multiple costume changes and stuff.
Well,
That's entertainment.
yeah, no, yeah, she's boogieing and dancing. So I just went to the Cure like 3-4 days ago. Oh wait, Saturday night, Friday night, and they played for almost 3 hours, nonstop.
Right. There's one thing I dislike the bands do, right, and it's a cliche thing. They almost all of them do it. That kind of encore bit. You know what I mean, like they say they're finishing the set, and we go, hey, and they come back. It's like just skip that and just play the set. We know what you're doing. You know you're going to come back out. We're going to chant. We want.
Yeah,
more.
I know. I know.
We want more. Or they haven't played one of their greatest hits. And you're like, why didn't they play? And then they come back out and it's like, wow, whatever. Well, I say, wow. It could not be electric guitar. It could be some other instrument. But you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I will say this: the Cure did not do that. They. We either had enough sippy sips to not remember that. But all I'm saying is they did not do. They did one encore, and either I wasn't really paying attention, but I could have sworn they were supposed to do another song. Like a buddy of mine had a set list of like previous locations. Either they had started late or something, and either way, they just stopped. Like it was weird. I'm like, that's it. Like there was no double encore.
Lights came on, get out.
It was weird. The lights came on, and like you could tell everyone else was like, "Wait, did we just get kicked out?" Like, and I think it was because Texas has a rule: if you play past 11 p.m., then you start getting dinged. And so I think they're like, "Yeah, no, we don't like you enough. We're whoop, like we're done." And it was a sold out show too. It was sold out.
That's harsh. When you are sipping, do you have a sippy sip of choice?
Well, I used to be a vodka drinker, but I have to say, in my not so youthliness now, I've been really hitting up the whiskeys. So lately, I've been sipping some old fashions. I know it's on trend right now to be old fashioning it, but it's actually quite tasty.
Yeah, but like your T-shirt, like you owned it before it was cool.
I did.
I mean, Smith's always been cool, but like
that's
an actual original 80s
it is
T-shirt. You didn't go to some hipster store and get it now just to look cool.
No. In fact, when I bought it, it was so big on me. The fact that it's still loose on me, but I was so much tinier back then. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? But that back then in the 80s, it was like baggy was cool, right? So I just think it's funny. Yeah. Don't make me laugh and sad at the same time.
What is the biggest change you have seen in the last couple of years? I want to say 3 years in terms of content creation on LinkedIn.
Oh, I love the fact that people are now putting their selves up and out there. So, I mean, come on, the pandemic just accelerated the need to do something different, right? How are you going to stand out? Again, my background's in sales. So, like, I selfishly think of it as, if I can't see my prospects or my clients and give them, high fives and like, donuts in the morning or take them out to lunch or dinner or whatever, or go whatever entertainment. Or like my boyfriend likes to say, basically I got paid to wine and dine everybody, or eat on the company dime is what he liked to call it. But
it's a tough job and someone's got to do it.
Right.
And I'm going to jump in. All right. It is a skill to go out with a client or a customer or a prospect, drink a certain amount so they feel relaxed, be drunk yourself and not make a fool of yourself. Right. It's a skill.
It is.
People don't know how hard it is being us salespeople.
It is
difficult.
And people are like, have always been amazed. Are like, wow, you're holding yourself well. Well, I'll give you one trick for anyone that's going into sales and you get into that, like, especially in your 20s and 30s, when you're in that party mode scene, right? Where
let me zoom in on you for this one.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Knowledge is coming.
So, if I may offer advice for those that are new in the sales career or they've got young livers, aka those in their 20s and early 30s ish. do yourself a favor. If you know you're going to go for an all-nighter, like a sales conference in Vegas, if you're at CES, for example, or something of that genre, I know people are going to be doing shots at points in time. Do yourself a favor and buy a round. And if your company allows it, buy a couple more rounds if everyone wants it. But try to get the clear liquor shots so you can do shots of water while everyone else is doing shots of liquor. It helps you last a little bit longer. I know. I'm not, it is deceptive.
I can't believe I haven't thought of that myself. I'm not going to lie. I genuinely learned something there. And I think I might give that a go.
Well,
So when you're at the bar, when you're at the bar doing this, you say, "I want 12 shots of vodka. Can you make one of them water?" Is that what happens?
Bingo. Because like if you're going to be the one that's entertaining and these are for your clients, it's really to entertain the clients, not yourself, right? There's a time and place to play. And yeah, sure, take a few shots if you're going to want to do it with them and whatever. But I mean, there have been some gangbuster nights. We've all been there, right? In our 20s and 30s. And it's like you decide to pull an all-nighter. And it's like, yeah, before you know it, you've had quite a few shots. And you're like, ooh, that's more than it's healthy for you. So be healthy and be smart about it. Drink water. Alternate your drinks. Water, drink.
See, I don't think any other show on LinkedIn, I'm very biased, would get this kind of insight.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Well,
this is important stuff to know.
People always wonder, like, how the heck did you last? I'm like, well, I'm not gonna lie, man. I didn't turn down, party sippy sips, but yeah, sometimes you just have to, give yourself a little bit of an edge there and relax, and don't party all the time. The irony being is, I was like a party animal. Just that's all I'm saying. Just
because my trick is not the same as your trick. My trick is after few sippy sips and I'm feeling it, I'll order a Guinness. Very few people can drink Guinness very quickly. No one judges you for sipping Guinness because it's a thick, heavy, dense drink. It's not super strong compared to the shots, and there's nutrients in it, like there's B vitamins and stuff. It actually makes you feel better if you're drinking.
I love
So
Guinness.
One is Guinness.
I will drink Guinness. I actually like dark. If I have to drink beer, I'd rather do a stout than anything else. Yeah,
Agreed.
for sure. Like,
Agreed. And again, we were probably drinking it before it was cool and hipster, but whatever.
well, no, I'm not. I don't care about beer. Like, I'm not like one of those like, oh, I love my IPAs, and I'm like, IPAs taste like feet to me. So I'm like, yeah, you guys keep your IPAs. We talked about this, Dayle.
Some do taste like feet,
Yep.
and some taste like, as was one I think I mentioned, it tastes like grapefruit. Why do I want grapefruit beer? I don't want grapefruit juice. Terrible.
Yeah. I would do grapefruit. Have you tried the pickle beer? Like pickle flavored beer?
That sounds terrible. I like pickles, but that sounds terrible. Is that just vinegar?
Kind of, yeah. Like when you're in Texas, I'll take you to this one place. They actually do it's like that's what they're known for. It's like sour, pickly beer kind of thing. It's really interesting.
Okay.
I know you're like,
I've had sour beers.
Okay.
So yeah.
No.
You have a very eclectic. Sorry, just changing subjects all up on you. Sense of humor. Do you have a favorite comedian or top three?
Ooh. Okay, so
if you do watch stand up,
I went on a run of listening to a lot of just comedians playing in the background when I'd work and whatnot and entertain me. Oh man, this is gonna like kill me that the names aren't coming up at me, but I did enjoy as a kid. Oh my gosh, why am I see his face? Why is he?
Describe him. Go on, go for it.
Oh my god, no, I'm embarrassed that I can't even remember his name. Okay, I'll say Chris Rock just to like start off. I'll say Chris Rock. I've enjoyed him. Eddie Murphy. Oh my god. I'm like, I see his face. I'm like, oh my, I literally see him in Raw. He's like, nah, 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 I've got your ice cream. Bill Burr does go off and he cracks me up occasionally. He does some solo monologues that just crack me up.
He's clever.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Richard Pryor, always good. I mean,
he's the archetype.
What was his name? And he passed away, and it was really sad.
Bill Hicks.
I like some Bill Hicks, but I never really like got into him. What is his name? And it made me sad. Oh my gosh, what's his name? So many. There's so many. That's the sad thing about comedians. There's a high unalive rate for those guys.
comedy and tragedy.
Right? I think it's when you experience tragedy that you see the irony and like see the humor in things, right? Oh my gosh, his name.
Well, most comedians also have like mental health issues as well. They usually, they're funny, but they're usually commenting on society, and they're usually very depressed. So,
That's true. That's true. I could see that.
not all.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I, I can't. His face is in like. I'm so disappointed in myself right now. I almost want to like try to Google it. I will get back to you on that one because he was really good. I liked him, and I'm so disappointed I didn't know more about him while he was alive.
Is he black, white, skinny,
white,
tall?
And his delivery
American?
was American, and his delivery was drier. He had a lot of like one-liners. Oh, not him, not this guy I'm thinking about, but I did enjoy Rodney Dangerfield. I did enjoy him.
I don't know much Rodney Dangerfield, if I'm honest.
Oh, he's very self-deprecating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Ooh, you're killing me, Smalls, because I went on a massive run of comedians, and now I'm drawing a blank. That's too much. Now I'm so sad. You now have a sad Sia.
Okay. Sorry. Nor on this business bites with a Y. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, so it's just me and a buddy. We're just chatting it up. His name is Ben Baker. Shut up, Ben. So he also produces content for businesses as well. Does a lot of consulting for internal communication, and will produce like a podcast type experience for internal communication. And we were just chatting it up one day, and we just had one of those things where we just have so much to say because we're both very opinionated people. So one day I was like, hey, dude, what if we just like, actually, I think it was him. Did he come with it? Either way, doesn't matter. One topic, less than 15 minutes, and we banter on Tuesdays for, like I said, from my time zone is 10 a.m. So that's 2 p.m. for you guys. I think you're 4 or 5 hours.
5 hours difference, I think. 5 hours.
5 hours difference. So yeah, 2 p.m. or something.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah, so we just pick a topic and then we banter for it. No, we may or may not have research on it. It's just our opinion. But the idea is to break up a morning, right? Like if you're at work and you just need that, I need a vent or I need to relax or I need to just like think of something else. That was the idea and premise of our show, is to educate, entertain, give you some food for thought, and then something to gnaw on for the rest of your day and week.
That sounds awesome. I might check it out. I mean, I will be at work at that time. It's 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I may not be able to check it live, but replay. That sounds cool. I asked you a loaded negative question. I'm going to ask you a loaded positive question, which I think you've already answered, but I'll ask her again. With your expertise, what are the positives that you are seeing on LinkedIn with regards to content? What are the things you really like to see?
I really like to see people doing what you're doing. So, what I really like about the video component, and it doesn't have to be long form. It could be the short form, the selfies, the TikTok style videos that I often see people do. It is creating a personality. It is creating a personal brand. It is creating legacy for who you are. And it helps people determine, right? They may not need your services at that moment in time, but if they see that, hey, I'm knowledgeable, or hey, I've got some value add, or hey, I've got thoughts, I've got opinions, and it's amusing, or it's not amusing, but it's whatever. People will remember you when they do need you. And that to me is exciting because now you're kind of equalizing the world of, self-promotion, personal branding in a way that now you could put the power back into the person that has that need to decide, okay, do I like Flabonga? Right. Do I like Flabonga? I'm going to go with Flabonga because you know what? I need help. This they say it's a cloud-based application for this accounting software and it sucks. I'm going to talk to Flabonga about this, right? Like that's when a time and place and it comes into play. Your audience, if you're targeting correctly, especially on LinkedIn, if you're targeting correctly, your audience, they may not be engaging all the time, but they're paying attention to you.
Oh, there's a little nugget there. I want to dig into that one. Without giving away the secret sauce, there is no secret sauce. How do you target correctly on LinkedIn? Is it your hashtags? Is it connecting with the right kind of people? How do you target correctly on LinkedIn?
So, okay. So if you're going to look at your target demographic, first and foremost, always look at your network first. Who have you made connections with? And really do an assessment of it. Okay. I know there is a contingency that's like, oh, I got to have 1 million followers. That way I get more visibility and blah, blah, blah. Now, while that's true in some percentages, to me, I prefer quality over quantity. And I prefer that if my network is smaller, at least I know that's a network of people that are in my industry or in the target range of what I'm looking for, that I think I can provide value, that I can solve a problem for them, that there's a challenge that they need to address, and I can help them resolve it. Right. So I'm, with all due respect to a lot of my friends on this, I don't care if I have 1 million followers. I just want to make sure that whatever, if I'm connected with them in their network, that I have something of value to provide them. Right. I'm not into mindless numbers, vanity metrics, because it does nothing. I don't Here's my argument. The reason why you're connecting networks is because what you're doing is trying to mesh the networks together, such that if there is a merging of ideas, of interests, etc., like this, it comes together. If you have just, this network of people and this one person that, has 1 million followers, but none of them jibe with or care about what you do, then what purpose does it serve? It doesn't. LinkedIn doesn't do that quote type of algorithm where they're like, oh, you have 1 million followers, and that 1 million follower person likes you, then all of a sudden you're going to be exposed to 1 million followers. They don't do that. Even if you have thousands of contacts in your network, they only show it to like maybe 250. Right. And it isn't until like, oh, look at you, you're engaging, you're doing it at the right time. It looks like people are talking back and they're interested. Then they might open up to another 1,000 or whatever. So that's the thing that I think we need to be very aware of. And another thing too, you and I are in technology, right?
Yep.
The odds are extraordinarily high. The people that we're targeting, A, don't have the time, desire, or need to comment back to us, but they sure as hell see us. So there's a lot of lurkers out there, guys.
This is something I'm aware of. I have been contacted by people who I didn't know were watching, listening, liking. I'm like, oh, how do you know about that? I was like, I watched the show. I was like, I couldn't see any of your metrics and any of the stuff that LinkedIn can provide me about this kind of person. And it has helped me get some business, which is really, really cool. But you're right, there's a lot of LinkedIn lurkers, people who watch this stuff who you don't know they're commenting. They don't like anything, they don't comment, but they like your personality and some of the insights. So yeah, I think that's one of the awesome hidden values of doing these things. You never know who's watching. It's great.
No, I love.
Great.
Yeah, you never know, and it's like, as much as you want to burn bridges at times, right? Like, come on, admit there are days you just want to go all like, oh my gosh, I forgot his name now. I'm like, I'm off today, man. I don't know what I am so losing. I am so off today.
All right, let's switch gears. Why have you got an ostrich egg behind you? What's that about?
Oh, that's so funny.
That
Thank you for asking. So
it looks like an ostrich
it
egg.
is an ostrich egg, and
Is it actually?
yeah,
Oh
it's an
wow!
ostrich egg. They're huge, right? Like,
Because my avian knowledge isn't amazing, but I thought it was an ostrich egg. So yeah.
yeah. So okay. Oh, you're gonna ask me a tough question? Boom. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, just kidding.
Why do you think I'm going to ask you a tough question?
No, but these things are thick too. By the way, like, hear it.
I'm well aware. It's an ostrich egg. Get a hench.
Do you have? I've never seen one.
I have seen one. I was at the Berlin Zoo, and an ostrich laid an egg, and I was like, first of all, damn, that's big, which kind of makes sense because they're big birds. But then the zookeeper was coming to collect it, and he explained, like, yeah, it's a solid vehicle for life.
I mean, it's. Ooh, hey, do you want an ASMR moment? Wait, I didn't do it fast or slow. I don't know. Okay, or no. Anyway,
This isn't ASMR for me. That's not doing it for me. I'm sorry.
Well, A, I have no nails, and B, so my sister bought this for me as a birthday gift. So she's like, I don't have a lot of needs. I'm really basic, and like when I do want something, I pretty much get it for myself anyway. And so she went somewhere like to an ostrich farm or something, and she's like, I'm getting that for her because I know she'll never ask for it. So that's what I got.
That is very cool. I heard a rumor. This might be one of those urban legends that a human cannot consume an ostrich egg in one sitting because it's so calorific.
Oh.
You could possibly die.
Oh, that's a good.
Like if you tried to eat the whole egg, there's so much calories or
Cholesterol in there or some stuff?
cholesterol. Thank you. Yeah, like you'll either throw up or it will you could possibly die from trying to eat it in one go in one sitting.
I mean, like if you look at a normal egg, it's like a fraction of it. So, and I can't eat more than 2 eggs at a time, and I get sick. So, yeah, that makes sense, right? It looks like it's like 4x the size of a regular egg. So, yeah. No, yeah, what an interesting factoid that is. Well, they're huge though. Those,
Yeah, but it might be false information, by the way. Like it might be completely untrue.
but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. But like, if you think about like, we ride ostriches, right? Like, if you can ride a freaking ostrich, yeah. Did you see like people have like races? Come on.
It's the closest to a chocobo you're ever going to get. Yeah. Sorry, for those who don't know what chocobo is, in the Fun Fantasy game series, there's these creatures that are pretty much ostriches. They're yellow golden birds, and you can ride them. They're dope.
Nice. I did not know that. Okay, sorry. My old dog is trying to come up here. Come on.
Okay.
If you want to come up, come on.
Does he or she have something to say?
I think he does. Come on.
Also,
Alice, come on.
I've only just noticed your mug is Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, it is. So I'm a huge, obviously. Well, no, obviously we didn't have to talk about that yet. Early in my career, I worked at Disney for almost 7 years. So
we have discussed this, but at other times.
Oh, have we? Oh, okay.
Whose live stream was it when I asked you the question? Is it true that Disney named the film Frozen so that when people search Disney Frozen, they get the film, not the conspiracy theory about Walt Disney being frozen?
Yeah, no,
that was someone else's live stream. Who was that? Was it Johanna, or who was that?
So it is a what do you call it? A rumor that's the case, and I think it's true, right? If you think about it, now Frozen is the movie that pops up as opposed to his cryogenically frozen head.
I thought it was his whole body, not just his head. Oh, okay.
No, it was just his head. Well, again, I don't know. That these are all rumors. I'm guessing it's his head. Like, if you think about the technology back then, they probably didn't have the ability to like keep his body. Like, we just don't have that technology, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And what their theory would be, you can take the head off and hopefully in the future reattach it somehow.
I'm assuming as much that they would keep we would come up with a technology we could transfer the brain into a new vessel, is my guess. So it's very it's very Westworldy.
Go on.
It's a very Westworld.
See, I don't think that's possible. Hear me out. So like, when I watch Star Trek and they have the transporters, I wouldn't go in a transporter because it deconstructs you and reconstructs you, and it's pretty much a copy of you. But is that still me? Like, is my essence, my chakra, my soul? Is it still me, or is it just a copy of me? And actually, every time they take they die every time. Does that make sense?
100.
And I remember watching an episode of The Twilight Zone where like that actually kind of happened. They thought it was beaming technology. Actually, it's just cloning technology, and then the clone's supposed to die. They've got to balance the equation. Sorry.
100%. I've heard of this exact same theory, and it's a big discussion for the Trekkie community. Are you original? It's like a philosophical Trekkie, conundrum. I don't know what it's called, whatever. But I'm inclined to believe, if it deconstructs you down to the molecules and then reassembles you, like, is it really you? I mean, but here's a question. I'm assuming, is it like, how does that memory, the soul, like your personality and all that stuff transfer over? Because if you just break us down fundamentally from a molecule perspective, the assumption is it may not necessarily transfer. Now, of course, for the sake of the show, you've carried on your own memories and who you are. So they make it look like it's just you, a clone of you, or you. But is it really you? Because now your experience is no longer rooted in your upbringing. It's now rooted in, since that moment of reassemblage in that trans beam or whatever, like after you've been beamed up. No, I'm right. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
That's a very interesting question. Well, because then you no longer exist.
At what point do you stop being you? Right? Because in theory, if I get vaporized in a volcano, we would all agree I'm dead. If we had some kind of technology that reconstitutes me, I don't know, remakes me, would it still be me? Because I'm dead. Like, and I guess this depends on your personal beliefs on the afterlife.
Well,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. I mean, they've seen it. I think they tried to address it too in the previous Star Trek. Which one was it where they were in mid transport, and then all of a sudden you see them like melting away, and they just disappeared, and they lost them in mid transport. 3, 2, Star Trek
There's,
The Con.
I know there's an episode with in Next Generation with a transporter clone. So the transporter malfunctions, and Commander Riker has a clone. Like there's two Rikers, and they're like, well, who's the real one? But they both have his memories. Like it's like, so one of them is original, one of them's not. But it's like that just proves that.
But didn't they make
it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't?
Yeah. But didn't they make him like the clone make him like a little darker, a little bit more? There's a slightly more eviler looking.
I think they give him a goatee.
Yeah, they gave him a goatee, right? So,
Yeah.
do you want to know a fun fact? I'm actually looking up at the picture. I took a picture of the Next Generation, so I got to meet Commander Riker.
Wait, when you say meet, did you like just see him for like 10 seconds, take a picture, or did you actually get to like chat to him for a little bit? Like,
well, okay, so I didn't get to chat for a
Jonathan
long
Frakes.
time.
Is it Jonathan Frakes?
It was a picture. It was a picture. I paid for it, Fan Expo, so it was like with Comic Con. It was a Comic Con.
Yeah.
But there was like, oh gosh, it was Kathy Bing. So she was a original security officer in Next Generation. Commander Worf got him. I got Geordie LaForge in there. So LeVar Burton. I've got the Data. I've got
that's awesome, by the way.
I mean, it's hanging up on the wall. I would have grabbed it for you to show, but it's like way up there.
Yeah, I get it. It's way up there. I get it. Yeah.
Who is it? Q? I didn't get Q, did I? Oh, did I get Q?
I don't know.
Oh, and then also and Myrna, the empath. What's her name?
Balana Troy.
Yes, so I took my time with them. So I did what I do in my little groupie Sia world. They were all standing there, and they're trying to like run us through, and I walked in, and I just stood in front of them, as one does, and commanded attention. I looked at him, I said, I just need you to know how much I love every single one of you. I love you. And it was just funny because I'm standing in between LeVar Burton and Commander Troy. Yep. I forgot her name. Sorry, beautiful. Anyway, I just stood there, and they were all so gracious. They were so nice. They were like, oh my God, you're so kind. And I could tell their people were like, move them. And I'm just like, and they're like, nope. And then finally, what's her name? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Anyway, she looked at me and she goes,
Marina Sirtis.
Yeah, that's it. Marina Sirtis. And then she looked at me, she goes, come here, beautiful. And I'm like, I love you too. My brother loves you, by the way. And then we turned around, we took a picture together, and
we all loved her. She's an attractive lady.
I mean, who didn't? Like my brother-in-law. Like
if you were a hetero male at that of a certain age.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
he was my.
I also.
I was gonna say he's my brother-in-law's kitchen pass, according to my sister. So.
I mean, watching Picard now, like she's still a lovely lady.
I haven't watched any of the Picards. My heart kind of hurts a little bit because I heard so many bad reviews that I was like, I don't know. I want to kind of maintain the pristine view.
Would you like my review?
Yeah.
Right. So I thought the same. I was like, how are they going to drag this out? If you are a Star Trek fan, there are things you maybe not going to like about it, but there is a certain amount of nostalgia in it that I think you'd enjoy. Like I watched it and just enjoyed the nostalgia. If you're not a Star Trek fan, I don't think it's that great of a show. Honestly, it's an homage to the fans, right? Like if you watch Star Trek and you enjoyed it, you'll enjoy it. There's little in-jokes. There's a decent story. It's not Star Trek, as it were, like episodic. It's more like the newer Star Trek where there's an overarching theme, but it's still very good. And this last season, I'm not going to spoil it for you, it was a little bit sickly with the whole homage to the fans. Like, I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay, so I follow Will Wheaton, and I think he's on it, right? Well, they have Will Wheaton on there, right? And he's like a time traveler person. Is that what the deal is, or something like that? Is that the same? Is it Picard?
That's not Picard, I don't think.
I don't know.
Is
I
he?
don't know. Like
I've lost track. Oh no, you're right. Yes, he is on season. He's in season 1 or season 2, 1 and 2. Yes, he's on it, but season 3 he's not in it. But yeah,
okay,
yeah, you're
but
right. He
but I
does. He
heard
does.
that season
Yeah.
3 is better. Like it's gotten better, but it's still not that good. Is what I heard.
Huh. I was, in my opinion, season 3 is not the best season.
Oh, okay.
1 and 2 were the better ones. They were more interesting, I think. But that's just me.
Well,
Raquel
what's in the
Flores.
cup,
What's in the
girl?
cup?
Rocky.
See ya.
Right now it's just coffee because I need it. I'm like functioning off like 2 hours of sleep right now, but I know I may have to have a sippy tonight. It's one of those days or weeks. But anyway, I okay. Are you Star Wars or Star Trek?
I prefer Star Wars. I know I should hand in my geek card now. I've never really. No wait, did I say Star Wars? I press Star Trek. Sorry, I've never really gotten into Star Wars.
Okay.
Like I appreciate it for its archetype. Like it's the pinnacle. It started it all. Never really liked it that much.
It's a soap opera, right? It's a space soap opera. As far as I'm concerned, it's just so over the top in a lot of different ways. And I didn't bond with the characters as much. So I mean, I'm a Trekkie. I'm like
Same,
I'm a
same.
total Trekkie.
Like I've got friends who like both. And like, damn, I can like Star Wars. It's so good. I'm like, it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, I think what did they say? Like, Star Trek, um, with it being a TV series, was more of like a thinking show because it made you think, right? Like Gene Roddenberry really wanted to use that show as a his views of humanity at that time, right? Which always cracked me up because like you think of all the little hippies, like remember that one episode, where they picked up a bunch of space hippies and it was pretty much a reflection of the 60s and all that stuff. And oh, Rocky, I swear to God, girl, when you're up here in Dallas, we're just gonna sit down and I have the collection of all the first Star Trek, the original.
Will you make her watch Kirk before the
Oh
next
hell
generation?
yeah, you have to watch the
And then you've
original.
got to watch these, and then to get some of the jokes as well. And then you've got to watch Deep Space Nine, right? Which I liked. Most people didn't. I liked it.
I thought it was okay. I didn't get into it as much. Unfortunately, Deep Space Nine was also when I didn't have a TV. So that was also a difficult time for me. I missed out a lot of like culture. So, girl, somebody teach you, please. Rocky, let me tell you, girl, like I missed a lot of the 90s. So when people do like Seinfeld references and Friends, like I didn't own a TV, so I didn't watch it. I was a poor college student.
So the country I'm from is disgustingly small compared to your country. How far apart are you and Raquel, even though you're in the same state?
We are in the same
Driving
state and
distance
we've got to
time.
be about 4.5 hours apart. So
Now, is that because the driving speed limit in America is so disgustingly low?
it's like 85, 75 degree or 75 miles an hour. I don't know how to do that kilometers, people. Someone do the math.
No. We also use miles an hour as well here. I don't know why we do.
You guys do.
Everywhere else in Europe, kilometers an hour. We do miles per hour.
Oh, that's funny. So
Hey, get this. We do miles per hour. Our speedos do have kilometers per hour on them as well. We buy fuel by the liter, but we still calculate in miles per gallon.
oh my gosh. Okay.
Right?
That's so
Right?
well, you know what? Maybe that's why you guys are better at math and conversion than we are, because it is bad on our side. Like it's bad.
The the older generation, my parents, yes, they used to work in pounds, shillings, and pence, and you'd have things that are like 7/8 of a value, or a quarter of a value, or a 16th of a value, and they're great at mental maths. Me, I want that metric system. I want it real bad. It's really simple, really easy. I'm rubbish at mental arithmetic.
Yeah.
Older generation, great, but you're right. Buying fuel in liters, trying to calculate miles per gallon, is just stupid.
Yeah. No. Oh, wow. Speaking of liters and buying that, how much of a gas is it per liter? Is it 2 liters, 4 liters into a gallon, 2 liters into a gallon, right?
No idea. Shall I Google it while we're doing this?
Are we really just going to be exposing ourselves more? They're like asking, like, because how much is it? Because right now, like, depending on the
Also,
octane.
you've got difference between American. You got different American conversions. Like there's two different types of ton. There's an American ton and an imperial ton.
Yeah.
They're not the same way.
Yeah, TON
Anyway,
and
sorry.
TONNE are not the same.
Yeah. So an imperial gallon is 4.5 liters.
Okay. So how much do you guys pay per liter or two? You said 2 liters?
Okay. So per liter, at the moment it's £1 50 per liter.
Okay. Okay.
How much are you guys paying per gallon?
We're paying about, well, I paid 3.19 and I had I think that was off the lowest. I was driving my sister's car, so 87 octane, I guess is it called. So
You didn't get the good fuel.
No, it's a freaking minivan. Who's gonna put good fuel in a minivan?
I mean, we don't even have 87 octane.
Oh, what do you guys have?
I think I want to let them check out the minimum. I think the minimum we've got is 95.
Oh my gosh! So
So for petrol, we've only got two types. So we've got 95. That's our standard unleaded fuel, and then some places have 98 octane, and that's considered the premium fuel.
our premium is 93.
Got diesel.
Our premium is 93.
That was 98, I think. Let me jump.
Oh my gosh! Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I'm fairly certain because my car takes the other stuff.
Diesel?
Yeah, like Shell. No, it takes premium fuel.
Oh.
It doesn't have to, but
No, I know. I do that. I do that too with my car. And hey guys, and anyone that's watching, this is the fun part when we have to, like, see how we're speaking the same language, because I understand it's more expensive in general to buy fuel, but if you guys have higher octane, better quality.
Our premium fuel is 99 RON octane fuel. Our standard is 95 RON, and nothing goes below 95 RON. Nothing. Our standard is 95.
Okay, oil and gas friends, what TF? What is that? What is that? That's really fascinating because, okay.
To be fair, fuel has always been more expensive in our country than it has yours. Like, I remember when the fuel went up, right? So when I was little, it was like 77 pence per litre, right? Which is amazing. And I remember when the gas prices went up really crazy, like 15 years ago, ours was still higher, but the increase you guys had was significantly higher, if that makes sense. Because like your gas was dirt cheap. Like, literally,
yeah, it was. But I think
it'll be more expensive than. But yeah,
it's coming. It is coming kind of
getting close. It's getting close to our prices.
Yeah, no, but again, the United States is so hella big. So, like, hey, fun fact is, if you want to drive where I'm in, the city of Dallas, to El Paso, which is, if you look at Texas, so it's basically east-west, but it's like 3/4 of the way of the state. It's not even like fully east-west. The distance between Dallas and El Paso, and you're still in the state of Texas, is is longer. It's longer than El Paso to LA in California. And that means you'd have to pass through New Mexico, Arizona, and get into California. That is shorter distance than the width of Texas, and it doesn't even go the full width of Texas.
Love it.
That's how huge. And so that's width. And then
the grandeur is amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, for us to go Dallas to like the tippy south, like, which is the ocean, the bay, that would be 6.5 hours or more, 7-8 hour. It could be about 8-hour drive, 7-8 hour drive.
And that's you doing 75 miles an hour.
And that's about 75 mile on average.
Oh, that's a question for you. I shouldn't confess this on live, but I'll say it. I often drive at 90 miles an hour minimum on the motorway. How many speeding tickets would I get in Texas?
A lot. No, depends on which freeway or highway. Down in Austin, which is the center of the state, it is 85 miles an hour, miles per hour limit. So if you were going 90, you'd just be still in the range of not getting a ticket. If you start pushing to like 95, 100, then obviously you're going to get yourself a ticket. If you are in the ticket prone areas, if you're like, 65 miles an hour and you go 69, 70, some of the cops will pull you over because they're just jerked. Hillsboro. But otherwise, like, it does fluctuate. So you do have to be careful in Texas. This is Texas specific. I cannot speak for any other state. There are what we call speed trap cities, towns that are part of the highway, throughway, and they purposely slow you down from 75 miles an hour to 45 miles an hour to go drive through the city. They're not city, they're town, and it goes back up again. But they don't tell you.
Are you actually going through the city, or are you still on the motorway? Like, are you still like on the 6 or 12 lanes? Because if you're on the 12 lanes, it shouldn't matter. Just keep driving real quick. Right?
In the more dense populations, you get 6 lanes. But when you're doing highway driving like that, it's usually like 2-3 lanes on each side, max. So yeah. And then when you're going into the city, sometimes they merge it. So it's like, 3-4 lanes, 4 lanes total back and forth, and then it goes back out again.
Cool. So I'm going to catch up on the comments. Raquel, 3.5 hours on my watch. Don't speed, people. Dayle Rodriguez, I adore your voice, by the way. Thank you, Raquel. I like your voice too. You're still teaching me how to roll my arms.
Oh wait,
you
and Rocky should do a show together. You guys would be like the great smooth jazz radio voice. Because she's got a good one.
Like an actual show, or an episode. Because we've done episodes.
Oh, I know, but no, but I need you guys to do like more intentional, like, how you doing?
Raquel, did you know that? Did you know that 3.78 liters to a gallon, or did you Google it like I did? Because you knew that.
Did she just post that up?
It's the comment, yeah.
That's funny.
3.78 liters to a gallon.
That's awesome, girl.
She's the kind of person that would know that, you know.
Yeah, this is the most intriguing. It's called two people who don't know what the hell they're talking about going, yeah, what is that? Let's check it out. Let's learn more about it. And that's the fun thing about LinkedIn, by the way, is if you don't know, the odds are there is someone out there that will know for you, or you make connections with someone that can get you that answer that you're looking for, right? Like, I do have to say, like, I do enjoy just the people that I have been meeting on LinkedIn. Sure, there's some folks that, you know, you're going to do business with, and others that you just get to know. And that does add humanity back to this whole thing. That's what I love about LinkedIn. I think it's far more personal to get to know people than any other social media platform, right? If you think about Facebook, to me, you know, and Twitter, those things are like anonymous, or I'm sorry, Twitter is anonymous debates where it gets ugly. Facebook is you know who you're talking to, and they get freaking ugly because it's your family member, you know, whatever. But on LinkedIn, I think there's a certain small percentage of professionalism, right? That, you know.
Well, you have to be, because if you say something stupid on LinkedIn, it could possibly lose your job. Like, there's no ifs, buts, or maybes. You're usually attached to a company. If you say it, then you might get fired. Not always.
I mean, okay, so I'm not one for getting fired.
No, me neither. Going back to the comments, Raquel, Texas is massive. Everything is bigger in Texas. Thank you, Raquel.
Everything is bigger in Texas, for sure.
And Raquel says, if you even dare to drive in Dallas, hold on for dear life. As in, people drive faster in Dallas? Or?
Wait, whoa. She's throwing here. She's throwing. That's why she's saying LOL. If you have a death wish, drive in Houston where she lives. Because let me tell you, where she lives, we have these things called belts. So you've got your city center, and then you've got highways that circle the center, and they just kind of go progressively, like concentric circles, kind of out type of thing. The Houston circles are always under construction. No one knows where the hell they're going, and because it'll say like, oh, this freeway is going north. Okay, here's my question, and they have a couple in Dallas too. Come on, people. Yeah. If you're going north and you have a circle, at some point you're not heading south.
That is correct.
So your signage is like opposite. It's so like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
That's an interesting thing. In the UK, we don't navigate by north, east, south, and west. We just go.
You just go.
Just go. Like, maybe it's because our country's smaller, but like we know which things are north and east, south, and west. Like, I know Portsmouth is to the south. I'm going to Portsmouth. I'm probably going south of where I am. London is to the north of me. It's the northwest of me. I kind of know. Like, we don't navigate by north, east, south, and west. Just like we know where these places are.
No.
Like, I don't know.
You silly young man. No way.
Even in our cities as well. Like, they're like, we don't have like East Street or anything like that. It's just, you just know.
No way.
And I think we can tell the difference. So, obviously, where America is newer, right? And with good planning, I'll give them this, cities usually built in blocks, right?
Yeah.
Everything's kind of a grid-like structure. Many of our cities in the UK don't have that because they're from like medieval times. There's just roads zigzagging everywhere. I love seeing Americans drive in the UK. I love it because, yeah, it's fun.
No, I would never drive.
The roads are weird.
Okay, so did you, when you were out here, did you drive?
I've never driven in the USA.
Okay.
Never. Well, I want to.
Because I don't.
Get like a Ford Mustang and go down like some insane highway, like 120 miles an hour.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that there's places you could do it, but there are places you could do that, right? I wouldn't do it, but
I assume somewhere in the desert, Nevada, right? No one's waiting for me in the desert.
Yeah, I mean, on a horse with no name.
Johanna's here.
Johanna, hi, beautiful.
Johanna.
Well, I sing to her, Johanna, I love you. It's not the song, but you know, not the words, but same.
There's that word again. I can't say that word because I'm British. We don't be.
Oh my God, that's right. You're so. Oh, hey. Speaking of which, congratulations to your new king.
Yeah, congrats to him.
You're the second person I talked to. I was on another show last week with some two wonderful Canadians, and I go, "Hey, you're part of the Commonwealth," and they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, just checking. How's it going?" Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a huge fan of the Commonwealth. Not a huge fan. No, come drive to Denver. I don't want to get rolled over by Boulder.
Okay.
Sorry, Johanna.
No, there's no Boulder.
Denver joke. I get it's a place, Boulder, Colorado. I know. Making jokes.
Oh, no. Let me tell you something. So Colorado is a weed-friendly state.
Oh, we're going to Colorado. Let's go.
And well, check this out. That's great. If you're driving into Denver, that's not a problem. They'll see your Texas out of state, whatever. They don't care, right? But it's coming back. If you drive back from Colorado, you go through New Mexico into Texas, there are they're not, I don't even call them speed traps. They are pot traps all the way along.
Well, it makes sense. They don't want people driving into Denver, taking all that weed
and bring it back
with them, and well, it's not legal in that particular state, I assume.
I get it, but it is like they are, I don't care what they say, and you come at me, Texas, but it's the truth. If you are young looking, you've got out of states, they will be looking for you. If you and if you look older and responsible, they'll just ignore you, right? But they are on the prowl. They will look. They will have their doggies with them, sniffers. Yeah. So just don't mess around. If you're going to try to transport, I would not suggest that. But
sorry, Raquel and Joanna saying hello to each other. That's nice.
That is good.
Bringing people together.
And on that note, nice. How are your guys' weed laws? Because on our house, there were some people trying to legalize it here.
It's still a Class C drug here, so it's not like a big deal. It's still illegal. It's gonna get legalized soon. The fact that more states are doing it in the USA, the fact that it's become legalized in certain Caribbean islands, the fact that they're gonna find a way to monetize and tax it, it's gonna become legal soon. Right. Hopefully in my lifetime. And I don't say this like I smoke a ton of weed, but I'm not gonna lie. I've done it in the past. It's cheaper than drinking alcohol. Had a good time.
I'm actually allergic to it. I think.
No.
I think. Yeah. I think.
Do you think or because we need to test this theory?
Well, like let's just say there have been tests, and I did not respond well. So
maybe it was too strong. If you threw up from smoking it, then or eating it, it's a little bit too strong.
Yeah. I might be more sensitive to it, but it just seems like every time I just progressively get the less, and I was like, dude, there's like. Do a fraction of a half of this. Okay, try it. And then I don't like that heady, weird feeling. So I'm just like, I'll just stick to my alcohol. It's fine. My sippy sips. And it's legal, so I don't get bothered by it, And then of course all the different strains and how you respond, right? So there's sativa and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't know the difference.
Me neither. I generally don't know the difference. Apparently, I know there's names and purple haze and sativa and all that kind of stuff. They do different things, but I don't. I'm not a connoisseur.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. But if someone wants to pipe in, Johanna, oh,
you can always sing to me.
Oh,
see
she actually made me artwork, and you can't see it because I'm in a different setting. But I commissioned artwork. You like how I just point at emptiness? Just look over there and pretend.
No, but you explained, and we all got it. There's some artwork in your house somewhere. I'm pointing like I know where it is.
Yeah, we're walking together. Look. Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
hey, can we do the heart, the brain, the Da Vinci?
What are you plugging me in or touching? Oh, the fingers.
The fingers touching. Hi, friend.
Because I'm closer to the camera.
Okay, well, I can't. Is it? Hi, friend. There we go. Hey. That was good. I'm going to have to freeze frame that one. That was a good one. Screenshot that.
There you go. Johanna, everyone smokes here. Everyone.
Yeah.
I assume that's how I was supposed to read it because it's all caps.
Yeah. Everyone.
Was that you doing a Dayle voice?
Was I doing a Dayle voice? Oh, no. I could just do deeper voice. I have a manly voice. I
just had a kick-ass idea. You don't.
I mean, well, look, no one's ever said that I had like a fairy. No one's ever accused me of having a fairy voice. How about that? No, I do not. In fact, everyone's like, "Oh, I like your raspy voice." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." Just say it's the smoker's voice, even though I don't smoke.
Just gonna throw this out there, Johanna. If you come to Denver, we'll do a dispensary crawl.
Oh my gosh,
Johanna, it's happening. We're gonna get lit. It's happening.
How do you do that?
Dayle Rodriguez, have you gone lifting lately?
Oh yeah, have you?
I have. I went this morning. Thank you for noticing.
Good. So what is your weight right now that you are working out with?
For certain lifts. So I am actually lowering the weights I'm working on my form right now, so nothing to brag about. I'm just doing the 5 compound lifts, the overhead press, the bench press, the row, the squats, and the deadlift. I'm just making sure I'm doing the movements nice and smooth.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, that's good. So do you have a trainer helping you and watching you now?
No, I don't have a trainer. I have had trainers in the past, but I've been doing it a while now. Not sounding cocky, kind of know what I'm doing. However, I will be starting with a trainer in June because he's a bodybuilding coach, and I want to see how hench I can get.
Oh, are you gonna bulk up? Don't overly bulk up though, okay? Just like
not insane, not insane. Just like a little extra, little something. Like at the moment, the chest is kind of more moobish than peckish. Do you know what I mean? It's not a good look.
I don't know. I don't know. As a female, we just I don't know. We just like you to just be human. Like if you're overly sculpted, then it's kind of like you lose a little bit of. No, don't get me wrong. It is fun, but it's I don't know.
It's fun.
I mean, but
Does your significant other work out? Is he?
No, bro. He don't lift. No, bro.
That's cool. Do you know it's okay because he smokes. He's a Weber. He's got a green egg.
He does not.
That makes up for any. What? No. The Weber, the grilling.
Oh, the Weber. Yes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Don't talk about the other stuff.
No, not that stuff. No. I know he doesn't do that.
Yes, but he's a great. He is a great barbecuist.
There we go. Differences in opinion. You said don't get too big. I think Johanna likes muscly guys.
Apparently, Johanna, and she's
could be wrong.
Young lady, you're recently engaged too.
Do some content.
Johanna's like, I will cheer you on. I will cheer you on.
I will never compete. It's just for me and my ego. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about competition. That's a huge commitment. My niece dated a guy that did it. Like when he wasn't training for the competition, his body just looked kind of normal. I'd almost dare say slightly even like flabby-y looking. But then when he did his thing, like they dehydrate themselves. It just doesn't look like a healthy way to go about it.
It genuinely isn't. If you're going to compete, it's not healthy. And if you get to a certain level, even though you do all that dehydration stuff, there's no way you can compete without being on some juice. Like it's not possible. Juice isn't good for you.
I just like the svelter.
People's die at age 45. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. If you're going to be muscular, that's great. But I just like the more svelter, muscly.
Svelte. I get you. More natural looking.
Yeah. I mean, think about like
Arnold Schwarzenegger, hench.
Oh no, yeah, no, no, Ano. That was my Asian version of Arnold's accent.
No, I heard. I you can do it. I can't. It's not allowed. Them's the rules. Them's the rules. Let's go back to business.
Yes.
Let's go back on your profile, because we have deviated fantastically. Okay, there you go. See ya, sleepy ears.
Oh.
What is?
So why that? So I used to go on customer visits, right? And so this was a locked down data center. And so they had to ID us and all that stuff. And their machine, for whatever reason, when I gave him my card, could not read my name. It just wouldn't read it. It kept printing out sleepy ears. And so finally it got to the point where I was like, I'm looking at the security guy. I go, dude, I'm cool if you're cool. And he just looked at me and goes, man, fine. And so I wore a sleepy ear name badge going into this hostile presentation to a client. And I walked in and I just said, hi, my name is Sleepy Ears. And I swear to God, like it broke the tension. Like we were the underdog vendor coming into the meeting. They were not happy with us. They did not like us. They didn't want to deal with us. It wasn't anything that they took the meeting because they had to kind of meetings. And and so they called these sleepy ears throughout the entire I think it was 2 hours that we were with them.
Did you win the contract?
Not completely.
The sleepy ears win you the contract.
Not completely. So it was a subtle win. It was a foot in the door win is what we got.
What's Raquel talking about? That was a futile attempt. What did you attempt?
Futile attempt at what? Lady?
Yeah, what? We have a saying in the UK, bring some beef, lose some teeth.
Bring some beef, lose some teeths. I'm cool with that.
No, S, just a teeth.
Teeth.
No S, teeth. No S.
Yeah, no, so that's where that sleepy ears. It's basically to me it's my message of sometimes you got to roll with the punches. Sometimes you're just not going to get what you want and it's out of your fracking control. You could sulk about it, put yourself in arms. It could screw up the way you want to present or whatever your task at hand was, or you could just do what I do, which is, well, that sucks, but not really. It's kind of funny. Let's own it. Let's lean into it. Let's make it part of, the experience. And so that is my sleepy ear story, and I will stick to it.
That's cool. Global Leaders Organization.
Yes.
What is this?
It is like any other business
Why is
organization.
this?
It's an entrepreneurial business organization, and it focuses on the more SMB tier of entrepreneurs. It is not quite the solopreneur. It's the next stage up where you have had a successful business and that you're looking at accelerating growth. So you are either considering adding injection in cash, looking for capital, or you are looking at acquisition or merger. And so that's where you're kind of like taking your business to that next level. So it's much more entrepreneurship in that context to the next stage of your business versus small business ownership business organization, which is a totally two different mindset.
Thank you for explaining that. And I'm genuinely interested in that. I've got plans for world domination, so we'll talk about that later. So going back to the comments real quick. That was a futile attempt here. Your Asian
Okay. I cannot do an Asian accent. In fact, I have been told by friends that it's even when I try to do an Asian accent.
Asia's a big place. Like what accent do you want?
Well, and that's what we're saying. My Asian accent is actually wildly racist, is what one of my friends said. They're like, don't even try it. They're like, you don't even hit any of them. Like none of them. My family's from Thailand. Definitely doesn't hit a Thai accent. Like, don't even think about like Chinese, maybe. No, I mean, what is it? It's like I can't even fake a generic, what we would think of as an Asian accent, period. So yeah.
I'm tempted to try.
Hey, Natalie. She's another artist, by the way.
Natalie,
I am so going to buy your artwork. I love. So we met Natalie through Johanna as well, and I love the fact that that's the thing about LinkedIn too that we don't really think about. You have artists now on LinkedIn, and Johanna does a live stream every Tuesday at 12 o'clock her time, which would be 6 hours.
I've watched it a few times. 5 hours, so 12.
6. She's 6. She's an hour behind me.
Oh, okay.
So 6 hours. So if she does it 12.
That'd be like 5 o'clock in the evening for us, I think.
Okay, there we go. And so we met Natalie through that. And I think, Natalie, are you going to start doing live streams as well? Just the idea of actually seeing creation, and then you get to talk to them, see this beautiful artwork getting formed, as they make it, maybe give them inspirational ideas or just talk about stuff. It's cool.
I find it very relaxing. And the last one I watched of Johanna's, I asked some questions. She explained to me some stuff. It was very cool. She even asked, like, because she's an artist, right? She actually knew stuff about art, shock horror. And I asked her, like, what her inspirations were. And she explained to me, like, who she likes and why. It was very cool. It was very cool. Raquel and Natalie vibing in the chat. They know each other.
Yes. Yeah. So, hey, do you want to talk about it? So, yeah, right, Natalie? So, here's the thing about talking about when you create communities and friendships and relationships on LinkedIn. And I think what you'll probably see over time is you'll see people like forming, I don't want to call them cliques, but groups, right? Like people that like and trust, because what happens is
friendships.
Friendships.
And
what happens is you start commenting and liking each other because you want to support each other. You want to maybe maximize their growth as well. Like for those that maybe are starting out on LinkedIn, right? And then I know this sounds contrary to what I said earlier, but when you are starting out and you have like 100 followers, you kind of want to grow that a little bit more so you can get more visibility, so you can get that platform to work for you, right? That you're doing it intentionally. That's where communities come into play, where these are people who are, if you can find people who are trying to help you be successful, truthfully trying, that they are not doing it for their own selfish interests, that your behavior on LinkedIn is for the purpose of growing together. That to me is like the biggest win ever. And so you may or may not have heard of the Hounds, right? So this is a group that we
have heard of the Hounds.
I know, and it's
Mike Asherbrainer is your leader.
Yeah, right? Yes. Oh, I love it. I love that
Asherbrainer.
I like Asherbrainer. The way you say it, say it again with your accent. Say it again.
Well, is it
Asherbrainer? It's Asherbrainer.
Asherbrainer.
Now say it again one more time.
Asherbrainer. Michael Asherbrainer. Mike Asherbrainer.
You know, I think you should do a voice. I think you should do voiceovers. I think we talked about this. Anyway,
I've been told.
so here's the thing about like when you get a community.
Oh my gosh! Wait! Speak of the devil, and he
shut the front door.
Seriously, we're saying it. Wait, we've been on live for like an hour and a half. Hounds has not been mentioned once. Has not been mentioned once. And the moment we say Mike Asherbrainer or Asherbranner, Mike, you can correct me on that one.
Freaking Mike.
He actually appears.
Ta-da!
That's hilarious. It's like Beetlejuice.
Seriously, I was just about to say that. It's just like, I made it. Okay, Beetlejuice. His name is now Beetlejuice to me.
Hey, Mike. Thank you for joining.
We appreciate you, sir. So yeah, no, but that's so I actually I got hit up on LinkedIn from someone that's like, what's so cool about the hounds? And I'm like, well,
yeah, what is so cool about the hounds?
Well, so here's the deal.
Let me zoom in for this.
I'm here for this. If you were to ask that type of question, to me, it's okay. What is your intentions? Because to me, it's like, what is it that you're looking for in a community? Because not all friendships will click with each other, right? There's that little song that I used to sing to my nieces and nephews: "Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, the other gold." Right? So sometimes you make friends with people that may not gel with each other, but you're still friends with those different types of people and communities, right? So what makes a hound so cool is the fact that there's actual genuine interest to grow each other's business. It's not simply and I've heard this term before, and it pisses me off. It's not a pod. This is not I just posted here, go and like it. Sure, there's a component to that, but that's not it. What it really is fundamentally is, okay, I know. Yeah. Hey, Constance.
Sorry, CJ.
CJ and the he's a. She was live with us.
I feel like I've got to use the word. She was. I commented a few times. I feel like I've got to call a doctor because she's a doctor like 5 times over. Yes, this is live, CJ.
Yes.
This is happening.
Yes. We've been going live. So I missed your 12 o'clock beautiful because we got our time zones wrong. So I thought we were 1 o'clock, but it's 12 o'clock CST. But anyway, so what irks me is that, okay, pods are like, okay, I posted here, exchange. There's no real relationship. All you're doing is just commenting to play the algorithm game on LinkedIn, right? What makes the hounds unique, and I really like it, we put our money where our mouth is as far as there's real like dedication to support one another. So for example, and I just turned my head, for example, like there's tons of authors. Well, I only grabbed 3 here, but if you look to my right here on my other set, I have stacks and stacks of books, and I actually highlight them. I'll put the picture up.
No, I get you. Like when Nick Smethurst released his first book, he and I are friends. I was like, mate, I want to support you. I bought his book. It's a dope book.
Yeah, that's a small gesture. And yeah, I mean, and by the way, how do you not want to buy a book full of idioms? Like, they're funny as all get out. But there's also more than that. There's actual collaboration going down. So Dr. CJ in the He's A, she's collaborating with Nicole. They're launching their own thing right now, right?
Raquel's getting gangster, by the way. If you already don't know about how's the business.
What's up? If you don't know, what's up with the?
And I'm reading it like how like I hear it in my head. She's reading like she's saying all gangster, like because she's feisty.
Oh.
There's a stereotype with Latinas, and sorry, Raquel. Sometimes
she's El Salvadorian, man. You don't mess with those girls, those peeps. Best ever.
I have a fun challenge for you.
Okay.
All right. Let's try some phrases. Let's switch our accents.
If you freaking throw out Chinese or Thai, I'll probably get canceled or something. You know that, right?
No, I mean our regular accent. Oh. So if I say something,
okay,
I'd love for you to say it.
Okay.
And emulate it, and if you say something, I will try and emulate it, as in I will try and do an American accent.
Okay.
Please, can I have that aluminium foil?
Please, can I have the aluminum foil?
No, you got to say it in a British accent. You got to try and do the accent.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
Yeah.
Please, can I have the aluminium foil?
Fantastic.
Aluminium foil.
That's very good.
Well, what region am I supposed to be doing? Like, because if you're going to task me to do that Geordie Newcastle, I'm not going to do it.
Well, let's go with my kind of non-regional, non-dialectic accent. It's pretty.
Yours is kind of poshy. You're a little poshy.
It is a little posh. I'm very well spoken, but I'm not too posh. I'm not that posh. I'm not a Rupert.
Okay, good.
So, You've got to give me a phrase, and I'll try and do an American accent for the fun.
Okay.
American accent's terrible, by the way.
Oh my gosh, this is like pull over to the gas station on the right.
Sorry, can you say it again one more time?
Pull over to the gas station on the right.
Pull over to the gas station on the right.
It's funny that the R.
Is that convincing?
I
can't do it. It's really difficult.
The pull over, like it's a little too much on the R, but it's better than most.
Pull over.
Yeah. Pull over.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Another phrase. Let's think. I love fish and chips.
I love fish and chips.
You know what? That's actually pretty good.
You know what it is? I think with the British accent, I think there's more movement to get the sound. Like I think Americans, are a little bit less movement in our mouths, like a little bit lazier in our mouths. I think we don't move as much. I think you have to get the sound a little bit more. I don't know. Okay. The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain.
Why? I can't say it that way. The rain in Spain, falls mainly in the plain? The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain.
That sounds really good. Yeah, so it's like almost like almost like you go back in our tongue, right? Falls. The rain in Spain.
The rain. I'm trying to copy what you're saying so I can get it.
See, that's good.
Down.
That's really good. That's nice. Nice.
I'm really listening, like really, really hard. It's really hard for me to do though, because like I just want to speak the way I speak.
but that's what I'm wondering, if like the way you're doing it, it's almost like you're pulling your mouth back to speak it, right? Like to say it. The rain in Spain. Oh, that's right.
Spain.
Rosa rojas. Rosa rojas.
Rosa rojas. Rosa rosas. Rosa rosas.
Rojas. By the way, that was not in English, so you gotta do American. Ready?
American what? Sorry.
Rosa Rojas.
Oh, if you want to butcher it, okay. So if I was gonna be completely ignorant,
American, no, it'd be the American style.
No, because an English person would be like Rosas Rojas.
Rojas.
Rosas. And it depends, because like you can do like a Cockney accent, like Rosas Rojas, right, mate? The
mate.
You know what I mean? Rosas Rojas.
Oh yeah, Rosa Rojas, mate.
Okay. Are there any other American idioms I can give a go?
Shoot, man, I don't know. See, this is horrible. This is terrible. That's a very American thing, I think.
Terrible.
No, it's not. It's a shack, I think. Man, okay, you're really making me think. What is an American saying that we do? We can't. Oh, this is daytime.
Okay, here's one here. This one. That is nonsense.
That is nonsense. That is nonsense. Nonsense. That is nonsense. Nonsense.
That is nonsense.
Nonsense.
Absolute nonsense.
Oh, you know what? So we don't do like, it's bloody awful. Like that's bloody awful.
To be honest, I don't say that either.
Wankers.
Bloody awful. Oh, I say wanker all the time.
Wait, is that allowed? Wait, is that allowed? Is that a normal?
It's not. It's a rude word, but I would say it's in the mid range of rude words. It's not FUCK.
Okay.
It's not super bad.
It's not SHIT, right? But it's not. It's touching it. It's dancing that line.
Oh, you wouldn't, if you were a kid, you wouldn't say it in school. You'd be in trouble for saying wanker. You couldn't call a teacher a wanker. You can get.
Well, yeah, we couldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't call a teacher. I mean, I would imagine that'd be like among friends, right? Chums.
You say that. A friend of mine became a teacher and taught at the secondary school, high school we went to when we were kids, and some of the teachers were still there. And you know how like when you're a kid and you're very immature and you're not nice to teachers and it's not right. Agreed. However, some of the teachers were actually wankers. Like, they weren't nice people.
That sucks.
Do you know what I mean? Like you could yeah.
Well, I grew up Asian. Yes, I did, girl.
To Johanna. Is that a Smith on your t-shirt?
Hold on.
She doesn't know. She knows.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you grew up Asian.
Yeah, I grew up Asian. Like if I were to disrespect anybody in authority or elders, I got my ass beaten. Like, oh yeah, no, you would not ever do that. Like, yeah.
West Indian descent. I get it. Same thing. You get your ass whooped.
You get your ass whooped. Your ass whooped.
Yeah, bruv.
Your ass whooped.
Well, the thing is, like you said, like you asked me which British accent you do. Like this is the way I normally speak, but like again, when I'm hanging around with my parents who like speak Jamaican patois sometimes, like my voice changes a little bit because I assimilate
Right.
to them.
Right.
Yeah.
But didn't they scold you they wanted you to speak more like mainstream English, but then when you started doing it, they're like, "Oh, what are you too posh for us now?" Or was that a comedian's joke? Was that you or was that a comedian?
Say that again, sorry?
So it was someone that was talking about like their parents made them speak more, posh English. And so when they would do it and they come back home, they're like, "Oh, you fancy pants with your posh English." And they're like, "But you told me to speak this way." Like it was a comedian, I think it was story.
That's not me. My parents did want me to speak this way for reasons, but they didn't say I'm too posh for them. No, they encouraged the way
Oh,
I speak.
okay.
And also, Constance has given me. This is why I need a producer, by the way. She give me instructions. Say it.
Oh,
Now,
La Jolla.
Do you want me to say it like La Jolla? Like, do you want me to say it like
La
someone who speaks
Jolla?
Spanish, or like in it?
Do you want to say like California,
Yeah, La
like
Jolla.
La Jolla, like oh my god,
La Jolla. Oh my God, California.
California,
So amazing, right?
dude. Okay,
Do
dude.
do the guys speak this way, or is it like the girls? Because I don't like. Because I can do like a oh my God, California. Oh, but that's like a stereotype. That's not how people actually.
Well, where we are from, Southern California, there is a bit of a surfer accent. Yeah, so there's a little bit of
Cheech and Chong, or is that surf, or was that just too much bong?
that. No, that's bong. That's not. That's a Cheech and Chong bong. Yeah, dude. But dude, yeah, yeah, and man, like that's like a tubular wave we caught the other day. That's like SoCal surfer talk.
Totally tubular. Got
Well,
it.
that's Hollywood tubular that you just said there. That would be more like on the 80s, like Nick Cage. I almost call him Nick Cave. I'm like, Nick Cave's a great artist. No, Nick Cage. He did
Cage.
Valley Girl back in 1982, 83.
It's a good film. I've seen it. I've actually seen it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good times. Okay, what other quizzes? We speak Valley Girl. We do speak it. Like if I'm tired, like right now I'm a little tired. Like I'd be like, "Oh my God, dude, like you're so pissing me off." Like that's a very West Coast. That's a very West Coast SoCal accent.
I thought you were from Florida.
Born in Florida.
That's the opposite side, right?
Yeah.
Florida's the East Coast.
Born in Florida, and then I lived like 2 years in Rhode Island, which is New England, and then I from like what 5 years, 5 years old on, I grew up in Southern California, and then now living in Texas. No, I will not say y'all. I just said it just now.
I was literally just going to ask you.
No, I'm proud of my California ism. Texans aren't so friendly for it sometimes, but whatevs. We're the ones that are like, paying the expensive for the home, so they should be happy about that, but whatevs.
Damn, Skippy.
I know, right? Yeah, no, I'm all about multiculturalism. I really think that I think we're fortunate, right, that we are minorities in a way that we have experiences from our own cultures that we can bring into the table that I think is absolutely unique, and it kind of gives you a more broader view of life. And so I'm a big advocate for that. And that's the other reason why I think when you do create content like on LinkedIn like this, us sharing some of the experiences, like, did you get spanked? Because I got spanked. Right? Like
the object of choice was mother's slipper.
Oh, chancla.
It was a slipper. My mum denies ever using it, but both my sister and I can describe this slipper to a T.
Nice.
Like we see one time, my sister and I out. And by the way, we're both in our 30s now. We're both hanging out in London, and we went past like I think you guys call them bodegas, like one of these like little corner shop things. And we saw a slipper that and we both had not it was like a flashback, but we both went, "That's the kind of slipper Mum used to use."
Oh yeah, no. I remember my uncle for my two cousins. He had a paddle.
Do a mass.
Oh, okay. Say it. Chowder.
What's a mass accent?
Say I like.
Oh, you mean
I like.
Oh, the only
chowder.
time I can do that one is because of The Simpsons. Yeah. Say chowder.
Chowder. Say it. Chowder.
Say I like clam chowder. It's delicious.
Yeah, I love clam chowder too. I like.
Say chowder.
Chowder.
I know that from The Simpsons when like the mayor.
Oh, Mayor Quimby
tries to correct a French guy. Yeah, because French guy's like a chowder, and he's like, "Say chowder, you knucklehead."
Isn't that funny that like the Simpsons like crosses international lines? Like how many people have seen the Simpsons over the past 35 odd years that they've been around? I don't think I know of anyone who's never seen a Simpsons cartoon.
Fear the wrath of Chancla.
See, I told you.
Chancla.
Sanilas for Filipinos.
Is it the kind of slipper
Sinilas?
that we've all been whooped with? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the chocolate.
Some kind of device that parents used.
We gotta find this. We gotta find this, dude. Where there is a it's an old video on YouTube, and it's like you know how you choose your own fighter, like in the video games, and like your character's like moving around like this. Pick your character, or they're like doing like this. Well, this person
choose your character.
Choose your character. Well, someone had this.
Yeah.
Choose your
Street
mom.
Fighter. Ryu.
That's it. Street Fighter.
Sorry.
I was thinking more Mortal Kombat, but it was probably more Street Fighter, where it's like choose your mom's weapon, and then so they had this guy filmed his mom basically doing these poses.
I know what you're talking about. Yep. You're right.
That's a good one.
You're right. It is more Mortal Kombat, and I've seen that one. Yeah. There's so many choices.
Oh my gosh! And there's this other one that has the Jason and the Friday the 13th. Is it Friday the 13th and Halloween, where this guy's like sees them and they're like walking in, and his mom the killers walk in, and so as opposed to being afraid of the killers approaching him, he like points at the ground and it's like a white tile and they're like tracking in dirt, and he's like, you got to clean that up. And they're like, we're about to kill you. No. And all of a sudden mom walks in, sees him, and then she whips out her chancla and she's like, Wacha! And then all of a sudden you see like Freddy and all them like cleaning up the floor. It's freaking funny. That's another skit that I just love. Again.
Okay. This is a West Indian thing. It might be an Asian thing too. I remember the worst thing about getting whooping sometimes was, depending on what you did during the day, mum might give you a whooping, but she might be so annoyed when dad got home from work. She told dad, and that was the worst part, because daddy will give you a whipping too, and he's stronger, so it hurt more.
Okay, so I'm the last of four. So by the time I came around, A, I think my parents were tired, and B, I hate to say it, I watched what my sisters did, and there's no way in hell I was gonna repeat that, like that show. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I was the baby that never got like hit because my sisters did it all so bad.
Oh, you learned by their mistakes. Got it.
Yeah. And, and I would dare say my sister would be like, well, we covered for you. No, you didn't. You did that all on your own. I watched you do that, and I know not to do that. Like, no, I'm not stupid. Don't try to blame it on me, please. Siblings.
I'm going to jump in the comments real quick.
Yeah.
Natalie is saying, so I'm French Canadian with yes an accent. When I lived in California for 4 years, I started to pick up the Cal accent. Then I moved to Texas, and yep, I started to have a Texan accent. What is a Texan accent? It's like, I know there's like y'all. It's like
it's a slower.
Is Mike's accent Texan?
No,
because like he sounds different to you.
No, he's Kentucky. Yeah, he's like.
Sorry, Mike.
He is of the Appalachian, not quite Appalachian, but it's like very rednecky, like that is like, yeah.
The only thing I know about Kentucky is, well, two things: the chicken and Foghorn Leghorn. Is he from Kentucky? I say, boy.
Is he? Mike, speak up. I don't know. I do know there's Kentucky.
I'm talking the cartoon character.
Whiskey and bourbon and the Derby. That's what I do know.
I was going to say, I think there's a difference between bourbon, right? Like it has to be from Tennessee. Is that right?
Oh shoot, you're right. I think bourbon.
Like there's a rule, like it has to be from Tennessee, otherwise it's not bourbon technically.
Right. I think same thing with scotches and stuff like that. Certain scotches and all that. Like I think that's
go from Scotland.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just whiskey.
Well.
Sorry.
Oh my God! Do it right there. Read it.
No. What were we gonna say?
You pulled it up. Read it.
Oh, okay. So, am I reading this in my accent, or am I reading it in?
Read it in your accent and then do it in a mass accent.
Park your car in Harvard Yard.
Okay.
And the mass accent is kind of like is it the Boston kind of accent? Yeah. Is that right? Is that what it is? Boston. Park your car in Harvard Yard.
So I don't know the mass accent that well either, but it's going to sound, I think it sounds a little bit more, sorry, Boston people, New England. It feels a little bit more whiny in the voice. So it's like a little bit more higher pitch.
I'm going to say, all Americans sound whiny to us.
What's that?
All of you sound whiny to us.
Oh, I know.
All Americans sound whiny to English people. Like you all sound whiny and nasal.
No, you don't. Okay.
All of you. Love you. Okay, it's what I'm saying. Say, love you all, but you all sound whiny nasal to us. All of you.
We're about to get canceled, man.
Apart from, yeah, Michael Dawn, obviously, aka Worf.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Worf.
Canary Wharf.
All right. So how you say it is park your car in Harvard Yard.
Park your car in Harvard Yard.
So they don't do the R's, except when they want to say
Boston.
water. It's water, right? Boston does water.
Water.
I think Midwest does water too.
I think you say it's water.
Water.
Sorry, that was me doing a super pot accent.
Water. Oh, here we go. Read it.
Johanna Renee. Nonna washed our mouth out with soap if we were disrespected, and then added that Catholic guilt for years. And I want to say Nonna, that's Italian, right? For granny?
Yes.
Is that right? Nonna is Italian? Yeah.
Now read that in American accent, sir.
Can you read it first so I can kind of hear it? That would be great.
Yeah,
please.
Sure. Man, my mic stand is like coming down. Okay. Nana washed our mouth. Oh my gosh, I just screwed that shit up.
You can't even read it.
I just totally did.
In your own accent.
Wait, what is in here? Because it wasn't what I thought it was. Okay. Nana washed our mouth out with soap if we disrespect, and then added that Catholic guilt for years.
Nana washed our
Washed.
How do you say our? Washed our mouth out with soap if we disrespect, and then added that Catholic guilt for years. See, I can't quite hold it. There's some things I kind of drop off.
I think it's like that for you because you're leading. If it's a vowel like our added, and
Our.
if it's
Our.
like we do the our mouth out with soap if we.
Derby.
Derby.
Raquel.
Derby.
Raquel. Derby.
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 Da.
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 Da. B. Derby.
Derby. Because you gotta say Derby.
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 It's a place.
Okay, how do you say Furby then? Furby.
Furby. Obviously.
Furby. It's not the same.
How do you spell Furby?
Furbey or
F-U? No, F-U.
F-U. Burry. B.
So they're spelled differently.
Furby? I think it's F-U-R-B-Y, right? F-U-R-B-E-Y?
Yeah, and that one's D-E-R-B-Y. Derby.
Furby. Derby. Same. We're consistent.
No, they're spelled differently.
Hey, do me a favor. Say honestly.
Honestly.
See, I like that. Honestly.
Well, how do you say it?
Honestly. It's more honestly. It's like more of a A-W. No, yours is more A-H, right? A-A-Ah. Ours is more,
Honestly.
it's like a mix. Honestly.
Yours yeah, honestly. It's more of an
Ah.
Yeah, mine's all
Yeah.
Yeah.
What comments? I can't see the comments.
Oh, yeah, because you're not like the producer. You can't see anything.
No, this is I'm putting the pure trust of everything in front of you. Like, I'm like far away from it. Oh, those people are texting me. Furby Derby.
Derby. Furby.
Furby
What?
Derby.
No. Furby Derby.
Okay.
Let's take this back to work.
Wait, what? Why is my sister saying, oh, where's the menu? My sister's lame. Anyway. Okay.
The menu for... Okay, never mind. Got it. Never mind. All right. Other stuff that's on your profile. Everyone has a story to tell. Leave that unique legacy. Build a community. Grow brand awareness. And maximize your reach with relevant digital content.
Look at your face. That was a lot of mouth full of words, Sia. I know. There are days when I get really wordy.
That's not what I was thinking. I was processing.
Okay, so do you want to know why I say leave a legacy? It's because when I left HPE in 2017, I had no soul. Literally. Say literally.
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 Young man, it's not aluminium. Literally. It's literally.
Literally.
Almost say it with a D. Literally.
I'm not going to say it with a D.
Literally. That's how literally. That's literally how we say it.
That's literally. Literally. I can't even
Literally.
do it.
Literally.
Literally. literally, how we say it.
Yeah. So my friends and I we would joke around. We'd be like, literally.
You guys remind me of the movie Love Actually. Great film, by the way.
Aw. Oh, really? I've never seen that movie.
Sia's on a break right now because she just confessed she's never seen the film Love Actually. This makes me very, very angry. I removed her from the screen because I have absolute power, and absolute power corrupts completely. I'm now going to add her back because she's cool.
I'm not sorry for missing. I'm not as much of a movie person as I'd like. I just never got into movies as much, but I do. If I do see a movie, I do enjoy it. I'm not a big movie person.
Okay, so first of all, Love Actually. Google the Love Actually drinking game. Someone's made the best drinking game of all time for that film. It's reasonably paced. It's fun. You don't get too drunk, but you get drunk, and it's become a Christmas tradition in my family, in my household. We watch this film because it's a Christmas themed film, and we play this game, and yeah, have a good time.
So I love your family. So you guys actually do drinking games together? That's fun.
Occasionally, not all the time.
Oh, but it's nice to be like among adults. Like it's so I have 10 nieces and nephews, and all but 2. So the last 2 are left are 18 and older now. And so it's a really, really interesting thing for me to kind of see them as adults. Now, mind you, the oldest one is pushing 33, but still, it kind of creeps me out. Wait, is that about your age, Dayle? The 33-year-old is about your age, right? You're a little bit older?
I'm actually 1,200 years old. I'm a Highlander.
Yeah, no. Oh, I never gone to Highlander either. Although I heard isn't that how you get rid of them? Like you have to behead each one, right?
Yeah. Then you go through the quickening. It's dope. You get extra powers. Raquel, I have not watched the movie either. Raquel, you're now dead to me. I'm joking. I don't like the film that much. Where this guy from the UK decides to move to Wisconsin. Me? What's in Wisconsin apart from good cheese?
Oh, who moved to Wisconsin? Did we know?
I don't know. Natalie said it. Where this guy from the UK... I think she's suggesting that if I were to move to Wisconsin, it would be fun times?
I don't know, Natalie. Tell us.
Oh, there you go. She says pick up girls because he has a sexy accent. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
He don't got to go to Wisconsin. He just show up to anywhere. I'm not California. Clearly biased. Just show up anywhere in the United
Californians
States.
are used to my accent. They're fine. They don't care.
No, they care. We love the accent.
We should go both ways. I'm joking. The problem is I think I'm funny. That's my worst and best trait.
No, it's great. No, you know what I think? Okay, let's talk about humor. Let's talk about the humor between our countries, because I do think there's and that's the other thing with like creating stuff here on LinkedIn, for example, right? We may or may not appeal to everyone worldwide, right? I have to watch it. Okay, maybe what we should do? We should have a movie night. How fun would that be? Like, we'll just
okay. Just had a genius idea. Thank you, Natalie. We're going to watch Love Actually live. It's only like an hour and a half, right? We're going to play the drinking game too.
Okay, I'm in.
Right?
I'm in. And you have to teach me the rules.
We'll have to. I can email you the rules. In fact, can I? You're an awesome StreamYard person. Can I share my screen while I'm doing
Yeah,
this?
for sure. Let's do. But I didn't got nothing to drink.
No, we're not going to do it now.
Oh.
I got work tomorrow.
You're gonna be like that.
Yeah. I'm a responsible adult. Okay, hold on. So
there's gotta be someone in this mix responsible.
Yeah, I'm a grown up for real. Zoom. Yeah, Joanna's right. Zoom movie night. Let's play that. So how do I say?
No, we're not doing it. Do you guys want to do it over Zoom? Like, we should do it and just live stream it, so like we get canceled and stuff. That's fun. No, I'm kidding. We're not doing that. No, I think it'd be good to have a Zoom. That way, it's like a private party.
Okay. Check it. All right. So someone's made this, right? I assume everyone can see my screen right now.
Oh my gosh.
Love Actually drinking game. Can I make this? All right. Honestly, it's amazing. So I assume you guys can still see my screen. I'm going to hop back.
I can see. I'm just fiddling with. I'm sorry for those that can hear me. Sorry, I'm fiddling. I'm like.
I need to get one of those soundboard things so I can have hold music, right?
Mm-hmm. You should be able to share with music or with sound.
Okay, so the drinking game, and it's a really good game. When you hear the word, well, if you haven't seen the film, you won't get some of these references, but they're amazing. So some of them, every time Hugh Grant makes you cringe, good times.
That tells me because I'm not a good movie like romance like movie person. So I always roll my eyes. I think everything in rom-coms is cringy. So am I going to be like drunk by the first 5 minutes? Is that what the deal is?
Okay, so having played this game many times, like I said, the pacing of it is really good. Like it gets you drunk enough to still enjoy the film, but not completely wasted, but not so slow that you're not, getting a buzz.
Okay. Does it follow the thingy, or is it like a bingo kind of vibe?
The last time I played it was with 3 other friends, and we decided to split up who's watching for what. And then when we noticed these things, we said,
Oh my
drink.
God.
That's how
Okay.
we did it.
That's too much fun.
So last time I took words, my friend took outfits, and I wasn't looking for the turtlenecks, for example, but they were. So every time they saw a turtleneck, they said drink, and we saw a turtleneck, and we drank, and yeah, it was good times.
Turtleneck.
So we should do this. We should do this as a live stream, right? We should do it.
That would be a fun. That would be kind of fun, you guys. That would be kind of fun.
Okay, so there's 5 hours difference between us. We will have to do this in the evening, I assume.
I would guess a
What is it,
Saturday
10 maybe?
night would be the most. Friday or Saturday would be safe for everybody, right?
Yeah, like a Friday, because it'll be super late for me. But it's got to be in the evening for you guys because you got work to do, kids to raise, mouths to feed, and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. Hey, everyone, round of
as well.
applause if everyone heart like if you guys think that's a great idea and want to participate. So we could live stream it through using Zoom to integrate whatever, I can do it with a restream or whatever. Or have just go live on Zoom. That's if we have a lot of people. If it's going to be something where it's like less than like 10 people, I think StreamYard has that limitation, so does Restream. But yeah, that'd be kind of fun where it's like,
Yeah. Okay.
and if you're,
So first of all, we've got to.
I was gonna say, and if you want to do it over on StreamYard, then I will show you how to template so we can actually see our faces and still see the movie. So we can walk through that.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I need to give credit where credit is due. So Natalie, your comment kind of started it. Then Sia, you picked up on it, and I jumped on it. So just make sure credit where credit is due. This is Natalie's kind of idea.
Yes.
And Sia made it happen, and I just jumped on the bandwagon.
No, I think you were the one that kind of like gave the actual idea. I mean, yes, but yes, I think now this is fruited in group collaboration. Again, going back to what I was saying, when you have connections with people, the idea to collaborate to where you want to spend time together, like genuinely so, that is what a community is all about. And that's what, that's what the Hounds group is all about. So, and on top of that, if I may just do a quick little plug, if you don't mind, if you actually go to my website,
Wait.
actually, if you, or you don't have to put it on me, but if you want to actually go to my actual website, brilliantbeammedia.com, I will show you why we are freaking cool. So on my homepage of my company, if you scroll down, there's a calendar of events. I actually highlight everyone that live streams, has their master classes, events, whatever, into a calendar. So because there's so much in the community that people are like, dude, I can't keep track of everyone's event. So I said, look, I don't mind being the home base, if you will. And then if you actually go on to events, I have that page where it's very similar to Ticketmaster or any of those ticket places where it lists out every single event chronologically. So yeah, if you guys want to check out Brilliant Beam Media and understand what the hell does a community and why do you guys care? And then to really compound it, and yes, I'm flicking my scratcher, is this. I actually decided to dedicate a page to people that I like on LinkedIn. So Dayle, I think I pinged you on this. If you want to have your own profile that's outside and just be part of the crew, I will give you a page and you could just put all your information up and out there and promote whatever it is that you do. So brilliantbeammedia.com. Check it out, guys. I put my money where my mouth is. All ships rise with the tide.
I did not know you had this page. I'm very happy with this because honestly, there's been so much stuff coming from the Hounds of Business. I'm like, I want to see this, and I forget when it's on sometimes. And sometimes because LinkedIn kind of, I want to say it, sometimes it kind of sucks with its whole kind of like linking to calendars and stuff like that. You can't just click the links, but if you've got a central repository of things that I can watch, I'm all for it. Let's do it. I'm gonna look. I've got the your thing scrolling across the bottom. I'm gonna check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome. And like I said, like look, life is too short. Like I know people were like, oh, but what if you put your competition up there? Actually, I don't think of anybody as competition. I think there's ample opportunity to do business. The world is big enough for that, right? So
you and I are very different on that one.
And well, you're very different on that one.
Yeah. I just think I'm so awesome that no one else is my competition. That's how big my ego is.
Well, okay, hey, and that's fine.
I'm
Whoa,
joking, by the way.
whoa,
I don't think that
I
way
can't do it. Whoa,
about myself. I actually agree with you. You're right, especially in the field I work in. Like, there's so much business available for everybody. Half my posts are promoting other accounting firms. I shouldn't do it, but I do. Some of them are good.
Well, here's the deal, right? Look, you ain't gonna please everyone all the time. Not all the personalities gonna all love each other, and there are days when you just might want to say, you know what, client, you might be a better fit with this person or group, right? And that's just no. It's not meant to be no harm, no foul. It's just why torture yourself on both sides when you're just not vibing. Okay, it's just that's just the way it is. Not everyone's gonna like my matter of factness. Some people like the massagey and how are you feeling today? Are
Ain't
you
nobody
in
got
your
time for that.
feels today?
Ain't nobody got time
I
for that.
mean, well, I mean, no, you got to be human, but
No.
I just don't
Become a
lead
robot.
with that. I don't lead with that.
Have
But
no soul. Become corporate. Make
yeah.
that money. Make that money.
That is a Nick Smethurst reference. I heard that.
Is it?
Make that money and then drag it. Yeah, I think.
We do spend a lot of time together.
I was just gonna say
Not physically, but yeah.
Why not? Well, what is the distance between Manchester and London?
He lives really far away.
Yeah, what is the distance?
I want to say easily 400 miles. It's easily a 6-hour drive.
Oh,
Maybe a 5-hour drive.
okay. That's similar to us in Dallas and Houston. Yeah. Although I think it's more. I think 650. I think Houston to Dallas or something like that. So, oh my gosh! But you guys have never met in person. I'm shocked.
We keep arranging it, and then other stuff gets in the way.
Life happens. We understand. It happens.
I'll tell you a lie. It's only 265 miles. It's 4.5-hour drive.
Such an exaggerator.
Yeah.
You're an exaggerator.
I work in sales. Leave me alone.
I know, right? I know. Hey, how do you like sales? So, like, I mean, do you have so talk to me about the fintech industry. Like, so are you vendor agnostic? Or are you with a vendor? Are you OEM or are you a reseller partner consulting?
I personally am vendor agnostic.
Ah, okay.
So my role is to help our accounting clients who come to us for their accounting stuff, bookkeeping, all that stuff. Sometimes they want to know which systems work best for them.
Okay.
And a lot of accountants will say, hey, use Xero, use QuickBooks, it's amazing. Well, it might be, but it might not be the best product for them. So I will look into what product they need for their accounts and bookkeeping. I'll then look at things like their CRM, their internal communications, HR systems, all that kind of stuff, and go, how do they all talk to each other? And if they don't, I'll then come up with an idea. I'll even do some process mapping with them and all that kind of stuff and go, look, this is kind of like a thing that has to happen. This doesn't need to happen. Do you actually want to spend 20 grand on this? Probably not. Then leave it. That's literally my job. IT consulting, business systems advisory stuff. That's what I do.
So
yeah.
I'm curious then. So your target market then, is it predominantly the end user business side of it, or are you talking IT side of the house? Because I'd imagine the IT side of the house would be all about the integration of all software platforms, et cetera, right? And if there's any hardware requirements or whatever. But then I would imagine then talking to the business side of the business side of the house, where they're like, no, I need XYZ to happen.
I usually lean on the business side of things. So a lot of the clients I work with, they are sub 10.5 million turnover. They're considered SMEs in the UK.
Okay.
And they tend not to have a fully integrated IT team or a fully integrated finance team. They might have a financial director if they're close to that 10 million mark, but they don't always. And what will often happen in some of these private limited companies, CEO got 50 staff, 100 staff, will go, oh, this is a really good idea, let's do that. Boom, let's try and put some software in it. And they've done no scoping, they've done no planning, no strategy whatsoever, and spend a ton of money on it, and it doesn't work because staff don't like using it. It doesn't actually solve the problem they wanted. And that's where I go, we should probably talk about this. Let's think it through. Oh, also, one of my favorite things to do is jargon busting. I can't stand, and you can probably relate to this, tech vendors and salespeople who start using like jargon to sell stuff. And as a former web developer, front end and back end, when I go into meetings, I let these people hang themselves with their own rope sometimes. I start talking stuff, and I'm like, if you were a salesperson, you don't know the technical stuff. Don't pretend like you know the technical stuff. Just say what you know, and if you don't know, don't doing bullshit.
Oh yeah.
I take a little bit of pleasure, depending on who it is. If it's a nice person, they made a mistake, I'm not going to do anything. But if I can tell they're a little bit smarmy, they're a little bit trying to do the sale too much, I'm like, no, I'm going to cut you off at the knees.
Yeah. Well,
you're trying to sell to my client, and you're not doing a good job. Stop
yeah,
it.
I think okay. So I think of it this way, like so. I mean, you got to know your audience first off, and know your role, right? Like so, I did account management, so that was more of like a business conversation where I would understand the client's business needs and requirements, right? So I would typically talk to senior director, VP level, C-suite, right? That was my focus. That was my lane that I worked on and focused on. It would be like someone like me. It would be like the equivalent of like a CEO walking into the IT department going, "Oh shoot, why did I just get?
How does this work?"
No, I literally just had an IT crowd like vision with Dunham walking down into
Father. Sorry, because no, that's what it would be. He'd ask stupid questions, and it doesn't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, full disclosure on that. If you see, was it Matt Berry at your bar in whatever local pub, you need to walk up to him and say, there is an American out of Texas. She's a little crazy, but she flat out told me that if I saw you, I had to get a picture. Would you mind taking a picture? Please get that picture. I love Matt Berry. I think he's hilarious.
Twice. He is really hilarious. And the way he speaks in the show, that's his regular voice. He's not acting.
No.
That's his. He's exaggerating it. It's obviously not going to go Father, but that's his normal voice. That accent he has, that is his voice.
Oh my God, he's amazing. I love him. I mean, there's so many inappropriate. Like when we were doing the review of the IT crowd, there's a couple scenes I had to pull out because I was like, oh, that would not fly in 2023 anymore. Like it's season 3, episode 4 was the
really?
season 3, episode 4. Okay, I'm just nailing it right now.
No, now you say it. Yeah, I kind of.
The episode's called The Speech, but the opening, you see the scene where Moss is he goes, this Jen is the internet, and it's just like some stupid little black box with one red blinky light
with a red dot.
And so while she's doing the shareholder speech, Matthew, Dunham's character, like this woman flies through the thing because we're over.
It's my favorite episode. Yeah.
But it's totally inappropriate because there's physical violence, and I'm like, oh, this is not funny anymore. I'm like, this is not funny anymore. I mean, it's still funny to me, but it's not funny to like anyone that's never seen this show. I love that. I'm so disappointed that show got canceled. Like
it didn't get canceled.
It didn't get
canceled.
They said
this is the difference between America and the US. Sometimes we know when to quit when we're ahead. TV
so Graham
shows,
Linehan stopped it.
5 episodes in a season, and then just let it chill.
Okay, so
no, there's 12 seasons nonsense.
Okay, so if you look at the Wikipedia page and other articles I've read,
Wikipedia,
damn straight. No. There've been some other articles about why the IT crowd.
I'm being deliberately inflammatory. You're right. It did get cancelled. You're right.
After 3 seasons, which was very disappointing. But they said it's because of low ratings. But it's like a cult favorite, right? Like it built its legs after. And the problem was
So have you seen? Sorry.
Well, I was saying the problem was the actors then got famous after. So then they were not available.
Have you seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
No.
I won't say it's a precursor to IT Crowd, but it's the similar team.
Okay.
A wackier sense of humor. Kind of. Have you heard of the Mighty Boosh?
Yes. I mean, yes.
Are you American? You might not know. So Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is kind of like the IT Crowd with Mighty Boosh flavors, but no IT stuff. It's trippy and weird.
Okay.
And again, cult classic, and it's with the same kind of cast because before they did IT Crowd, they did that.
Oh.
And in my opinion,
okay, let me ask you on this because is it the same cast and crew, like same cast?
Yeah. So original Renham's dad.
Yeah.
He's in it. And there's a few other characters from the IT Crowd are also in it. Because the same. I think the same writers did it. So you know how like actors know each other and friends, like the same kind of vibe.
Right, but it's not intentional as far as like they're not a troupe or anything like that. It's not like a Monty Python type situation. Okay, because I just got into oh my gosh, Ghosts, the BBC Ghosts, and then because I like that show, I didn't realize that they had a previous show that was Horrible Histories, and it's like a kids. I guess it was kids oriented.
It is a kids show.
I don't give a crap. I watched that. I love that show. It's so good. Oh my God.
No, when I go to the cinema now, right, which I rarely do, when I do, I often go see kids shows because they tend to have, or movies, they tend to have better storylines and plots.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So I know you're wearing that shirt right now, young man, but I feel like the Marvelization of Hollywood can go kiss off because I feel like Hollywood is going for the Marvel quick money. Yep, you got some cartoons. We're just splash some images. It's going to be the weakest plot lines ever. But oh look, there's a new Marvel character we're going to do a movie about, and I feel like there's no creativity in Hollywood. Like I love the different writing that I think I have to say out of England, there's a lot of cool actual writing that's getting done. There's a reason why there's so many TV shows that cross the Atlantic, right? Like that we basically stole because we
Exactly.
can't figure it out
You
ourselves.
are 100% correct. As a Marvel fanboy, as someone who used to read the comics, as someone who likes the films, they are 5 out of 10 at best. They get a bonus point from me because they're Marvel. But you're right, they're actually crap action films. They're standard. Beginning, middle, end, fake scene, tear, hero. And they've overplayed it a little bit. They're not great films. I agree with what's that famous director? Is it Woody Allen that actually trashed the Marvel? Was it him or someone else? Another director, really famous, who just said, "Yeah, the Marvel films are actual tripe." And loads of people were like, "No, they're really good." But no, they're right. The films aren't that great. They're just cookie cutter.
Yeah, no, we don't talk
action
about
films.
Woody Allen.
Is it Woody? No.
Well,
Is he, wait.
the whole dramas with his wife and how that came to be. Yeah, it gets dragged up a lot. I have no skin in the game on that one. I'm just simply saying, oh yeah, there's some comments there too about
Cool.
Woody. I haven't.
Okay, as long as it's not as bad as like R. Kelly.
Oh man. Okay, so I got into reading body language. So shout out to the Behavior Panel. They're a YouTube channel that 4 guys, professional body language readers. Mark Bowden, by the way, is lives in Canada, but he's from England originally. But and I interviewed him too. Really, him and his wife are very nice people. But they analyzed R. Kelly, one of the interviews before he was found guilty. Dude, that guy's got some bad. Like
He's got problems.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely has some issues.
He didn't even hide it.
And
like if you listen to some of his songs now, he was actually confessing it. Like he used to, he did like lots of collaboration with Aaliyah, right?
Oh.
And when she first came out, she was like 13. And if you listen to some of her songs and lyrics, it's like
yeah,
there was no surprise.
Wildly inappropriate.
Hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of the
let's go on a different tangent. Sorry, Joanna Renee. It's like one of my favorite shows. IT Crowd rocks. Peep Show is hilarious too. Wow, I did not realize there's so many Americans who like British humor because I know our humor's like it's similar but different, right? It's very dry and self-deprecating. Also, Mighty Boosh, Johanna, you're going way up in my estimation.
Oh yeah,
like plus 10 points.
I mean, come on, yeah, no, okay. So my appreciation for things coming from your neck of the woods was like when I was little. Obviously, Monty Python. Like for me, that was such an eye opener for me, and oh. Are you trying to end our we're just having fun chatting McChatterson? You tried Rocky.
Oh no, she knows I get grumpy, so
okay. Well, we can wrap it up. But yeah, my love of humor started off with Monty Python. My dad thought Benny Hill was hilarious and naughty. I mean, there's how many cantaloupe boob jokes could you possibly make in an episode? Like Benny Hill just was hilarious. Like bald men and boobs. Like I mean, come on, like. They were the best. Like it's just stupid. It was just stupid funny. Yeah, I miss that. I miss this. Yeah. Oh, but I did pay to see gosh, I'm really doing bad with names right now, so I'm just not gonna give. But anyway, so I have paid to see John Cleese and Eric Idle. They were on tour, and I brought my boyfriend's mom. And I could have sworn I thought she said she liked Monty Python. And she's like, no, I don't really know them. I'm like, well, that was a waste of a ticket. But okay. Like fifth row center.
Been super expensive.
Fifth row center. I'm like, yeah, that was a waste of money. But okay. It was a little bit lost on her.
It's a thought that counts. It's a thought.
Well, I was smiling. It was about me. Whatevs. But
music. We talked about music when we first
met.
We'll listen to at the moment. If you took out your iPod, no one uses iPods anymore. If you took out your MP3 player of choice right now, what would be the last 3 tracks that played?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, well, I just went to see The Cure this weekend. So I definitely had The Cure on the roster just because. Um, I will always have Radiohead on my roster. Depeche Mode will always be there. New Order. Um, you're getting a theme here. The Smiths.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
really Ride. I really enjoy Ride. Love, love, love Ride. Um, I actually have met, a lot of these guys and just again, I couldn't afford to go see these guys in the 80s, 90s, and all that stuff. But seeing them
Mm.
now, it's so cool because they're just, they have wisdom around them. And I don't want to say they've been humbled, but they're just humbler, right? Like, when they were all in their rock and roll phase in the 90s, they were probably drugged out, right? Um, but
Yeah.
B, more humble, right? They're not trying to like do anything more than just play their music and just get people to enjoy it again or just enjoy the moment or what's that thing reminisce of how awesome things were. So yeah, top 3
Joanna.
favorite albums. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I would have to say funny. When I first got into Depeche Mode, I really got into Construction Time again. So it's one of the earlier
Mhm.
albums. But
Yep.
again, Black Celebration, I think Depeche Mode, if I have to pick, I would go with that. Radiohead, again, I really like Pablo Honey. It had the guitar roots and like they're still kind of, I think, a more pure garage, not garage, but guitar band. But
Mhm.
um, I love OK Computer. That was them breaking off into that more ethereal, electronic experimental sounds. Um, and Ride, going blank again. I do really love Ride. Oh, damn it. New Order. Damn it. See, now you can't do this to me, people. It's like,
We
you're
can. Johanna has done it. She's literally asked you your top three
Mama Sita. This is
favorite
like
albums.
asking my favorite children. I don't have any. Oh.
I have a correct answer for that one. On one of my live streams, I asked someone that, and they said, well, I'm paraphrasing here, the least snotty one. Sarah Hunt, she's an accountant, and I asked her that as a joke, and she gave a very good mum answer, and then she kind of said some stuff, and I was like, basically, you want the one that's the least dirty. She's like, yeah, that seems fair, right?
But
She's got toddlers,
there we go.
so
Yeah. Wow. I wouldn't think of that. No. But now you're making like have music all up in my head right now. So now I'm really like jumbling around. What about you then? What are
okay.
your
To
top
answer the
three? What are
question,
your top three then, young
yeah,
man?
okay. I had time to think while you were talking. So my first album was vinyl, Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. So that's there. It's my first one, and it was a vinyl, and it was a good album.
Nice.
That's one. Like you know, right? Like most people get a first album and they're embarrassed, right? Because it's some like crappy pop
Yeah.
shit. Mine was good.
No.
Fact. Outcast, Stankonia.
Oh,
Like the album was
that was
dope.
a good one.
18, 19 tracks. Had Bombs Over Baghdad on it. It
I love
had
that song.
Sorry Miss
Yeah.
Jackson, So Fresh and So Clean. Like it had some of their baller songs, and then you can tell when I got into my grungy metal phase because I love Linkin Park Reanimation.
Oh my god, you are younger
Not
than
me,
me. Okay. Yeah.
but yeah, you keep talking about the Cure and the Smiths. I do like them, but they're not my favorite albums.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, no, no. Hey, fun fact, I have a picture of CeeLo. I met him.
Again, when you say met him, do you like met him or just like Comic Con met him?
Well, it was a private party. Thank you, Verizon. And he was there and then we got to take pictures with him and stuff like that and chatted with him. Um, but yeah, he's not my favorite celebrity I've met. I'll say that much.
He seems cool. Natalie, I grew up in Quebec, French only speaking. When I turned 12, we got cable. I discovered the world.
Oh, beautiful. Quebec is so pretty. I gotta say, I was uh I shouldn't say surprised, but I was thoroughly impressed by how beautiful everyone there is. Like the men were good looking, but the women were
Mm.
drop dead gorgeous. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Walking around. Oh yeah, I was in Montreal and just walking around. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone, what is there a requirement? Everyone has to look like some kind of like French model or what? What's going on here? Like, and the guys were all like fit, but I have to say they felt effeminate to me. They weren't a math
That's because they're French.
because they're French, and that's what someone told me. That's what someone told me. They're like, no, seriously, like, well, because I'm used to Americans.
It's one of those
Right?
things.
I mean,
It's one of those things.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of fit men, by the way, I got to give that shout out to Kofi.
Oh, coffee.
Yeah, on his recent post, it's him on the beach wearing like a vest top, and I know I commented on this. I was like, he's got obliques. You know how hard it is to get obliques,
Yes.
right? right? Those weren't his ribs. That was muscle, where most people don't have muscle visible. Because we were talking about bodybuilding and stuff earlier. That man's in shape.
Oh yeah. No, I love his discipline. I do love his line. It's oh my gosh, Rocky jump it. It's Kuzo, Koozo. Everyone highly recommend check it out. That's again, he's another Hounds, and guys, buy his clothes. Like I love it. There's just the one sweatpant. I cannot wait for him to like get back in stock. He sold out. Cool story. Fun fact on him was he's got a pair of light blue trainers is what you guys call them. I call them sneakers.
And Raquel has a pair.
Yes. Well, I asked for one, and the story behind that is so cool. He wore that at an airport. Someone literally pulled him over and said, "Hey, dude, what's up with your shoes? I like it." And then he's got in a conversation, and the person bought it right then and there in front of him. Like he's like, "I just sold a pair of shoes at the airport." How you've got something when someone pulls you over like that and's like, "I need your shoes now." Yeah.
Them kicks is clean, bro. They're nice. I like
right? Them. Well, so it's something when Raquel's like, I can't wear them. I'm like, girl, I'm wearing them everywhere. Like I'll
Well, I mean, she can. I recommend she does this. I reckon she buys a pair and wears those, and then keeps the one she got sent like in the box. Air Jordans. Don't touch them. Let them appreciate in value, and just be like, yeah. When this guy was starting up, I got a. That's what I would do.
Yes. Kofi, sign yours to me, please. Sign yours on the shoe somewhere.
Right.
Legit.
Yeah. Sign on the shoes. Just leave it, and you can be like, yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, who knows? They might make a movie about his trainers. They're doing that about Air Jordans.
That'd be awesome. That'd be huge. Like I think that Kofi, we're giving you all these business ideas, my friend. Like seriously, like, or even better.
I don't think he's watching right now.
I know he's not, but you know, who knows if anyone's watching anyway. But you know what though? The thing is, it's like when you.
Oh, I don't care if anyone's watching. This is fun for me.
No, I don't care if anyone. If you're tired and like go to sleep. Like I said, I'm just chilling right now. I'm kind of like unwinding myself after some crazy days, but that's the thing.
Can you hold down the fort for like 2 seconds? I'm gonna pour myself another drink. You haven't seen me doing this, but I've been leaning away and having a little sippy sip.
Oh well, you know what? Fancy pants. You know, see, had I known we would have gone long, I would have poured myself something. You know that. But
well, should we put this on pause? Do you want to go?
No, we're not doing that now, young man. Okay, you go first, and then I go. Is that what you're doing? So give me a topic.
I've run out of drink.
Give me a topic to talk about.
Do you want to hit?
Something that's going to challenge me.
I have to censor. No, I was just going to say, I have to censor myself because the first thing that came to my head. Do you want to actually hear the thing that came to my head?
Yeah.
It's wildly inappropriate. What does the thing's thing look like, and how does it compare to the Hulk's thing?
OMG. And of course he drops. Okay. So for those that do not know those characters, the Thing is more of a brown animated character made out of rock, I believe, the Thing. And the Hulk is obviously the Hulk. So if you think about things organically speaking, I would be inclined to think the Hulk would be bigger because it's an organic object, an organic part of the organic body. I almost said human. Well, he is human, so it would be organic and it would be human. So if you think of a mammalian type physique, that would apply, that would work. And hey, fun fact. So gorillas, actually the human form has a proportionately bigger the Thing than the rest of the mammalian population. Now, the only other quote mammal that actually exceeds a human from a percentage of the Thing is whales. They actually have a bigger Thing proportionate to the body ratio. But if you were to compare it to like gorillas or whatever, like gorillas are like average Thing is like way smaller than humans. Like, so going back to my premise then is organically speaking, the Hulk obviously would be bigger because it's an organic thing. And so therefore that thing would be big. The Thing being a rock-based thing, it's just a thing. And probably not even that like, you know.
Only you could do this, by the way.
Well, I was going to say pleasurable, but I don't know if you can say that. I don't think you can say that. But it wouldn't be that much of a... It has a purpose. So the Thing's thing would not have a purpose. I bet you wouldn't be... It would be small by virtue of no use or need. Very similar to like our appendixes, right? Like it's a legacy organ that does not exist anymore. So there you go. All right. So you do yours, and I'll be right back. Now, question for you.
Yeah.
Question for you is, oh man. Okay. Oh gosh, now I'm stumped. Okay, Wonder Woman and Mystique. Who's cooler? Who's better? Who would win in a fight?
Okay, that's a good question. So there's a reason why I have people on the live stream. Basically, I can't carry a conversation by myself, so this might not go so well. Wonder Woman versus Mystique. Who would win in a fight? First of all, it's Wonder Woman, hands down. She has super strength. She can fly. She can lasso. She's trained as an Amazonian warrior. Now Mystique, she's got that kind of flexibility, gymnastic kind of vibe. But if it came to an out-and-out brawl, she'd win. Also, reaction times as well. Wonder Woman can deflect bullets, which means she's faster than the bullet. I don't think Mystique can. You can shoot Mystique and she'll die. Now, if there's a competition on just aesthetics, then that's a very tricky one because, let's be honest, Wonder Woman, she's a literal princess / goddess or demigod. Then again, Mystique, this is going to sound really kinky. She could morph into any preference. You know, you've got a thing for redheads, a certain body shape type. She could do that. Who would be more fun on a date? Well, Mystique's kind of a villain, so I think she might have some fun, like as in just like mischievous fun, not promiscuous fun. I mean, just mischievous fun. Like you could like do some funny stuff with her. Weird thing. I think I'd actually like to train with Wonder Woman if she were real. I don't think I could keep up, but yeah. Yeah, so that's my answer to that question. Who would win in a fight? It's got to be Wonder Woman. Who's more interesting? They're both interesting characters. I'll say I like the trauma of Mystique's characters, like the background. That's kind of cool. And I guess if you were friends with her, like she might do you favors by like, I don't know, impersonating people for you. Like that could be interesting. I don't know. I'd say it's very impressive that Sia managed to hold the conversation this whole time. Again, see, me not so great at it. I'm going to go to the comments. Hold on. LinkedIn user. Hello. Again, not blaming this person. It just means that LinkedIn doesn't always let you share who you is. Johanna, sorry. But Mystique can transform into Wonder Woman. She can transform into Wonder Woman, you're correct. But she doesn't get her powers. She just looks like her. So if they were to duke it out, Wonder Woman will win. I don't think I did as well as you, by the way. I was nowhere near as engaging or mesmerizing.
Oh, Misty can. Oh, she can transform, huh? That's a good point. That's a good point, Johanna.
But she doesn't get people's powers, though.
Oh, she could just look like them, but not be.
She looks like them.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
What are you sipping?
I assume that's whiskey. So, when I had my barbecue last weekend, as a gift, someone bought me some raspberry-infused gin. Now, I'm not a huge fan of raspberries, but this is delicious.
Gin. That is one I can't get into. I don't like the juniper berries. I don't. There's something about that spiciness that at the end there that I like spice, but that just doesn't. I mean, I'll sip it if I'm desperate, but not my. It will never be my first choice.
Gin neat or gin and tonic? Because I feel like I can convince you to get into certain types of gin. Because I was like the same when I first had gin. I was like, I don't like this, but because it's so like whiskey, it's so varied. Yeah. There's lots of different flavors, and I don't mean flavored gins. I mean literally just the neat pure gin. Like Plymouth gin is a proper old man's gin in the UK. Like I'd like it, but it's very smooth. The juniper's not too much. It's not too peppery. Okay. Very good gin. Okay. I recommend it. Yeah, Plymouth gin, pretty good. Roku is a Japanese gin, and because it's Japanese, they do everything amazing. Yes, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Why?
Hey, my friends in Japan.
There are people of excellence. They are like if they play guitar, they smash it. If they play piano, they smash it. If they make gin, they smash it. If they make Wagyu, that's their thing, right? Like Wagyu came from Japan. No one else has made a tastier cow. No one, bar none.
Well, the cow's drunk its entire life, so yeah, I guess. I mean, come on.
And occasionally massaged.
Yes.
As well, yeah. Depending on where it's from. So,
yes. Yeah. No, so I am actually sipping on a. It's cheap, but it's something that my nephews had brought. It's a Maker's Mark whiskey on the rocks.
I don't know what it is.
I might have slightly overpoured. Sorry, Mike. I will be okay for running your show tonight. I promise.
or it'll be an amazing show. Like there'll be something different, a new level, a new depth.
You know what? Yes. I think there will be, as always. You know what's funny though is like, how many episodes of these have you done now?
Getting close to 50.
Right. So remember how you were in episode 1 and 2 versus where you're at today?
Yeah, terrible.
No, isn't it amazing how much you've grown and developed and like, coming into your own skin, if you will?
I think one of the things that's really helped is, I mean, I've always been somewhat selective with who I speak to on these. Like, it's not just anyone I speak to. Like, I kind of like you. I've got to understand that you will provide value to people watching this. So people in my network, I'd like to think people watch it because it's interesting, entertaining, and interesting people. But the reason why I ask some of the questions I ask you is I want people to watch it and go, okay, yes, like you say, LinkedIn is a great place for fun, entertainment, and we're going to do that Love Actually thing. But at the same time, we are here to work. And a part of work is learning and understanding different people's vocations and skill sets. So that's why I try and bring it back to work sometimes. Also, ostrich egg, still very cool. You asked me a question. I think I've just waffled.
Wait. I just wait.
How far
realized
yeah,
I'm scratching the ostrich egg.
So I think the people that I've kind of gone into my network, they make it better. Like at first, there are people like everyone I've spoken to, I've thoroughly enjoyed, and I've either met them in real life or we've got some kind of relationship. But I said this before, the people that come on live with me are the ones that make it. They're generally interesting people like yourself. They generally have experience that other people want to know about. I feel like I'm just the middleman. Like I ask questions and that's pretty much it. But like it's evolved not just because of me, but it's evolved because of the people I associate myself with.
I think it 100% has a lot to do with you, right? Because like, and it's funny when I consult with my clients, we're like, well, who am I to be the host? Who am I to be the person that talks? Well, let me tell you something. Everyone has their own experience and everyone has their own set of wisdom, right, to share. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's the only wisdom, the only journey, the only way to look and think about things, right? As a host, to me, I think have the curiosity to pull that information out of your clients, right? Or your guests, right? And then even though you might be the expert in that field, but guiding the conversation so you can get the information you want out of your guests, right? So that's the subtle nuance of being a host versus being an expert, right?
Agreed.
And that's the real fun in it all, right? Because this is where, again, if you are a real expert, and I don't say real expert, but if you're like super confident in the knowledge of a particular topic, then you know how to interject. You know how to add color, commentary, flavor to heighten the conversation. That to me is like, as an expert, like that's your value add, is you're going to make a concept that may be boring AF interesting, right? So we're talking about, very briefly about like, all the applications that you look at to help enable businesses run their fintech software suites more, cohesively.
Hey, this isn't about me. This is about you. Stop it. I see what you're doing. Thank you for the promo. This is about you. I see how you're doing it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, we need to promo you.
But did you like my
Did you say stop it to me?
Stop it. You silly goose. Silly goose. Silly goose.
Okay. Just to be clear, only a certain type of person says silly goose in the UK. I'm not one of those kind of
people. But it's Moss. Moss said it. Remember whenever he would like... Oh, okay, first off, so Richard Ayoade, okay, he kind of actually talks like that Moss character, but...
That's his real voice.
It's his voice. It's like, Jen... Oh my God, that one episode of him just like constantly spraying in his ear because you get hot ear. Just holy shizers. Oh my God, I love that guy. But yeah, when he does a traveling man, like it's his freaking voice, but less nasally, but that's him.
Yep.
That's him. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, I mean, like he's so deadpan. Like,
have you seen the interview of him? I can't remember, he gets interviewed on Channel 4 by, again, a relatively famous UK journalist, and so he the reason why I'm laughing is I'm remembering it. Whenever I think it was happening over like the BLM stuff, Black Lives Matter stuff, and some social justice stuff that's happening in the UK as well. And the journalist, who's very skilled at what he does, was trying to get him to talk about it, and because he's so dry and deadpan, I'll send you the link, right? I can't do it justice, but it's hilarious because again, it's him as himself, absolutely not answering the question, but not in a dick way, just in a hilarious way.
He's so sharp.
Honestly,
he cuts like a knife. Like his responses is so on the fly, like that. His type of humor, I know, wouldn't sell as well for Americans in general. But when he was his character of Moss is more of like the nerdier, geeky, but he still would have his little comebacks and all that, right? Like, just so good, just so. Oh man, what was that? You guys have the best game shows. Oh my gosh, what is it? The Countdown. Jimmy Carr hosts it, and every year, and it gets
Countdown. 8 out of 10 cats does Countdown. Yeah.
And
so Countdown's a legit show where they actually ask people to make words and puzzles.
That's another,
and that's fun. But the 8 out of 10 cats one is when the comedians. 8 out of 10 cats is another show, and they get the panelists on. And yes, Jimmy Carr, again, one of those really quick.
Who does that?
Yes, that is his laugh. That is his laugh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, but but you get Richard paired up with what's his name? Mighty Boosh. What's his name? Noel Fielding. God. Again, I couldn't believe that they didn't continue his character on the IT Crowd. I heard he had other commitments and they couldn't bring him back. But man, that was
was he Richmond?
Richmond. If they had just developed him more, I thought he would have added so much more to that show. I really did.
I think you're right. When we were talking about this earlier, the reason why that show is funny is if you are a geek person, those characters are a little bit surreal, but also kind of real. You
can relate. You know that. You know people.
Like you can. There's an IT manager who knows nothing about IT. There are the geeks doing the stuff, and there is the guy in the server who no one ever sees.
Yeah, the data center guy in the back. Well, because Moss and what's his name's Roy. Moss and Roy. Oh my! I am bad with names today. I am so sorry.
You are not having a good day today.
Well, like I said,
if I share my screen with the video, will people be able to hear the audio?
Yes, but you cannot do more than like 30 seconds. Like don't, otherwise you can get copyright striked. Just so you know.
Oh, because I'm going to do it from YouTube.
Yeah, you could and make sure whatever if you're sharing the IT Crowd, make sure whoever you're sharing from is not the original, because I did that. So my last episode.
No, I was going to share an interview from Channel 4 News.
Be careful with that one, but yeah, you should be able to. This is for fair use. Say fair use, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, go ahead. As long as it's not longer than a minute, I think 30 seconds is probably where I would suggest you keep.
Oh, it's a 4-minute interview. I'll send you the link instead.
You know, play a snippet of it. That'd be fun.
But it's not as funny. You've got to watch the whole thing.
Oh,
it's Richard R. Waddy being hilarious.
Okay. You're like.
Also, who's going to sue me?
It's not that. Well, it's not a sue. It's just they block your video.
The swine.
Swine.
Who's they?
The swine. I love that word swine. I don't know. We don't use that word in the United States as an insult.
It's the thing I like about British insults is there are so many gradients to them. If I call you a swine, it's not a compliment, but I can't get in trouble because it's not a rude word.
But it has meaning.
Oh, the tone, you swine.
Okay, what is the most edgy word that you can say? Well, here's the thing: your TV language standards are vastly different than Americans. So, like Graham Norton, I love watching the Graham Norton show, and they swear quite a bit there. Is it because each BBC channel has like different standards? Is that the deal, or is it like all the standards they all swear like that? Because you could not get that in the United States.
8 p.m. or 9 p.m. It's called watershed. Essentially, anything before that, nothing. You can maybe say arse, and that's new. After that time, children should be in bed. Say whatever you want. Maybe don't drop the C-bomb. That's pretty much it.
C-bomb?
That's why. You know what I'm talking
about. Wait. If we're going to talk about the C-bomb, let me use the middle-aged version, the Chancellor, Canterbury Tales. Canterbury Tales, it was pronounced quent. Is that the word that you're telling me that can't be used?
Quim, again.
Quent.
Cuente.
Yeah, that was like Canterbury Tales equivalent of the word I think you're thinking.
Yeah, you're right. So nowadays it's see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't say that one. Like for some reason, that one doesn't work well. It's possibly the most abrasive one in British English language. I don't know why, but it's the one you can't say.
No, yes. So there was a recent. That's funny. I literally just this like last night, read an article that there was a news. You guys call them news readers. There's a reader that was like working for 15 years. Anchor. He's like a news guy, and he didn't realize his mic was still hot, and he called his co-anchor person a yep.
Next Tuesday. But here's the weird thing, right? So it's an abrasive word that loads of people don't like. In certain cultures, and you may have got this from sales, because sales guys sometimes are the worst. They'll use it as a term of endearment. All right, mate. All right. I say that word. Oh, you know, Dayle, were you such a? Yeah,
I do say the B word. I'm like, oh my god, you're such a, but like I think you guys can say that word, right? So the B word.
Yeah. Oh, going back to Noel Fielding.
Oh yes, Noel.
Have you watched? Sorry, because Johanna made another comment. Johanna, we're vibing right now. We need to have a chat at some point. I wish Noel Fielding was more in Ice Crowd. He's awesome.
I have a crush on him. Can I say that?
Well, he was voted like in the top 10 most handsome men in the world at NME.
Are you serious? Yeah, I have a weird,
I
have a weird attraction to him. I think he's just, you know what? Okay.
Wait, no. I say this. It says Taskmaster. Have you seen this show?
Yes.
Okay, you know he's on it, right?
Yes, he was a Taskmaster.
He was a contestant.
Oh, the contestant. Who was the Taskmaster? Because it was
Greg Davies.
That's right. That's a funny comedian. That guy is.
So you've seen the show?
Oh
right?
heck yeah! That guy, Oh my god! Wait, what's that one where he used to be he actually ended up being a teacher on a TV show? Because I know he used to be a teacher. What show was that? Oh my god!
The In-Betweeners. Mike Ashebrana.
Mike, are you still here, Mike? Oh my god, we're just shooting the shit. I mean,
no. He's saying he's here.
Yeah.
He's probably gone off and done some other stuff, and then come back and type that he's still here. Like he doesn't know all the smack we've been talking about.
He knows absolutely.
He's never met me. I'm right saying though. I don't want to blow smoke. He is a former firefighter.
Yes,
right?
he is. He was.
You can't get more manly than that. Like,
I know.
You know, saving people's lives from fire. Like it's just you can't. I kind of want to tease the guy, but I can't because
I know.
Firefighter.
Mike is probably him, and if you ever meet another gentleman named Michael Gale, another Hounds, physically speaking, they're both very tall men. I mean, Mike is like 6 foot something, and Michael Gale's like 6'3". Michael Gale's like built like a mountain. Like the guy's like solid, big guy, and Mike I would consider him more svelte. But yet they're very much in tune with their emotions. Like they're very. I guess men don't like being called svelte, do they? But anyway, they're very in tune with their emotions.
It's a very like we don't use that term here. So when you're saying it, that's why I'm laughing.
Svelte, you don't use?
No, who's svelte? So is it saying that he's in shape, or are you saying skinny, or
no,
what are you saying?
Like,
slim, slender.
Lanky? I wouldn't call him lanky. If you want to say that my arms are bigger than his, I mean, it wouldn't be an inaccurate statement. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah, at the same time, joking. He's a firefighter.
I know, no.
I mean, you can't get more rugged and manly than being that. I'm sorry. There's no.
Do not
I see fire. I run away.
Do not.
He sees
exactly.
Fire,
well, that's bravery. But do not underestimate strength. Right? Just because someone looks thinner or whatever, do not underestimate the power of strength. So, yeah.
They're my favorite videos on YouTube when like there's like a elite level lifter dressed as a cleaner, and they're like 5'10". 120 pounds, and then they just like outlift everybody. I love that. Yes. It's amazing. I love seeing that. You're right. Don't understand.
That goes with like the super eaters too. Okay, wait. Going back to Noel Fielding, I want to go back to Noel Fielding because I want to say this because I know people.
Really? Because I want to go back to Mike Ashebrana. This show is going on 3 hours, and yet you get mad at me for going 70 minutes on my live stream. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, because you want to know, Mike? It's about me. Sia's gonna have an about me conversation, young man. All right, and you know what? Dayle loves me. Dayle?
Love is a strong word.
I'm sorry, you're right. Dayle strongly likes me.
And I like spending time with you. Wait, do you get that reference, or did you not watch Friends?
And
you said you didn't watch Friends in the 90s.
I did not.
So, like...
I did not. Is that something? Wait. If I were to guess the quote, who said it, I would think it would be or not Josh Geller, the brother, the Ross's. I think Ross would say that.
He had it said to him in an episode. So like they talked about when you say I love someone and they say it back, but they don't say it back. So they say, and he's like, I love you, and they say, well, I like spending time with you. That's the joke.
So he said, "I love you," and then I like spending time with you. That had been the girl then.
And the girl said it to him.
Jennifer Aniston or his wife person.
Some other wench.
So another wench. Okay,
it was neither.
You can't use wench. I don't think that's a proper term.
Yes, I can.
You don't use wench.
I can. When I say it, it's a term of endearment.
All right.
Like you know how you might be out with your girlfriends and they're like, "Yo, what up, bitch?" Mm-hmm. Like I can say wench and get away with it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Noel Fielding. Damn it. The reason why I was like, he's so oddly good looking to me, and I think I figured out why. Because there's a scene in the IT crowd. It's when Red Richmond had to go on trial, or he had to be a witness, and
I'm being distracted by the comments. Sorry, please.
Yeah, well, it was when he was talking about his past, and oh my gosh, you're totally making me miss IT. We're gonna have to do an IT crowd just viewing for fun. Which is, do you remember when Richmond would just go off on his monologues, says his monologues and soliloquies, and then
oh, woe is me, yeah,
and then hark, the angel of light, and then I just love the fact that everyone's like trying to find where he's pointing to. Anyway, it was that one episode where he was talking about how he used to be Denham's right-hand man, and he was blonde. He looked a lot like Prince William. Oh. That's what I was about to say.
And he was suited and booted, and he was, yes, I remember.
And he looked like Prince William when Prince William had hair. And I think that's why Noel Fielding, everyone's like strangely attracted to him. I think he kind of looks like Prince William. I'm sorry.
I would say he looks like a crow, but there we go.
Duke, what is his name? Duke of Wales? Whatever, Wales? He's Wales now?
Prince of Wales?
Is he Prince of Wales? Is that the next? That's the next in line.
I should know.
Well, he's Duke of Cornwall and Prince of Wales. There you go. Yeah. Gotcha.
Cornwall.
Cornwall.
Mike Asherbrenner. I'm a manly firefighter. That's super.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Oh my God, he really is paying attention.
Michael Gale fights bears. Yeah, he's listening. True stuff.
That's true.
Loves YouTube shorts. Mike Asherbrenner, you are the best big bro I could ever ask for. See ya. Yes, a ton rat.
I am his big brother. He's like a little brother that I've never had.
I like Dayle. You should come on the Hounds of Business happy hour.
Aww.
I'm considering it, but Raquel was like, I need to sacrifice a goat to be a part of the pod, and I was like, I don't have that.
Hey, first off, what did I say?
I know it's not a pod. I know it's not a pod. I said that to annoy you.
You know, I will drop kick you right now. We had a great conversation. I'm done.
Bigger and smaller people have tried.
Hey, I'm little. I'm short. I don't have to raise my knee that high. You know that, right? I'm short. I'm kind of right. I'm in punching height. Wait.
Wait. How big is your SO?
Oh, how big? Well, that's a rather personal question.
Not like that. Not like the Hulk or the.
Okay, we're not talking about Hulk. Wait, baby arm. Okay. No.
Also, Mike's not put. He can show his feelings.
Shut up. Yeah. Okay, you really gonna put that up there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3. He said, I think he said at least 36 or 40 times in that rough estimate.
Yeah.
Because there's 12 in that line. There's 4.
Yes, lines. Yeah. He better love me and all that good stuff. No.
I mean, you do make him look good on his shows.
Wait, no. You want to know how tall my boyfriend? He's 6'5".
Yeah. See, when did you leave with that? You can kick me all you want. I still think I'm doing.
Oh, tell him. Hey, Mike, Tucky. I'm drinking Tucky tea. Kentucky tea.
Mike, neither of us are drinking tea because tea is horrible brown garbage water. Thank you, Ted Lasso.
I like tea.
I'm the worst Brit ever.
Stop.
Tea's horrible.
Hey, I like tea.
It's terrible.
I like tea.
It's atrocious.
And my peoples just didn't like the taxes that your wonderful King George III.
I know, right? If you just pay taxes, you in Boston wouldn't have all these problems.
Well, if you did not put down some fracking insane tax rates at us, we wouldn't be kvetching. We were content. We were probably very content as Americans.
Hey,
if you, King George.
Do you know how much I have to pay in health insurance?
Well, okay. First off, at least you have health
insurance.
Also,
do you know how often I have to do my taxes as well?
Okay, so look, there's pros and cons to everything in life, young man. But I will say, I get it. Here's where I struggle, right? Because you really do want healthcare for all. That it is a human right to be healthy, right? To have access if something goes wrong. Now, I fully understand in our society today that we have to organize it in ways that, you can get that access. Now, different countries have gone about it in different routes. One thing I will say, as attractive as a Commonwealth member of yours, Canada has that sounds attractive at times for universal healthcare, etc. The gotcha is when oh man, hold on, my laptop just went on. I've got to change the setting. So your brethren in Canada, they just have a smaller population. It is entirely smaller density population. So
No, I agree.
it is more difficult to try to get the scale to work for populations like the United States for universal healthcare. So I'm very
Agreed.
cognizant of the fact that it's not black and white, people. It's a lot of grays. In fact, a lot of grays, like on my Smith shirt here. A lot of shades of gray. A lot of shades of gray. And wait, I've got
Oh,
3
your
signed
hair.
posters of Johnny with Johnny Marr. I just gotta go on record. I love Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr, Johnny Marr, Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr.
He's not going to appear just to say it.
I've met him, actually. Very nice guy. And can I share a Johnny Marr story?
Please do.
All right. So we're in the smaller theater, and we're in the back, and I saw his bus and all that. And there's always a group that lines up before the show and whatnot. And so we're just lined up there, and Johnny walks out, and there's this father and son. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm sorry, I should listen to you. Mike and Raquel are distracting me. All right, I'm going to mute myself. Please tell the story.
Okay. All right. So real quick. So I see a father and son. Johnny walks out, and the father says out loud, and there's a big group of us, right? And he just goes, "Hey, Johnny, would you mind signing my guitar for my son? He loves you." And Johnny immediately saw all the crowd, and then he just kind of ignored people. He didn't ignore, he just kind of waved at everyone, but kind of keep your distance wave. And then he walks towards this father and son. And so he talks to the boy, and the boy's like, "Yeah, I love this song." So the kid backed it up. He backed up, he knew the Smith songs and stuff. And then so Johnny goes, "Oh, that's awesome." So he signs the guitar, and then he goes, "Hold up a second. Let me show you a chord." Freaking puts the guitar on, plays a few chords for the boy. He goes, "Do you see that?" And the boy's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He goes, "Okay." And I don't think he tried it. He's like, "Hey, just okay, remember it." And the rest of us are videoing the shit out of or pictures of it. And then he hands it back and gives it to the boy. So I'm talking about it, and I mentioned it years later. And we're at another Johnny Marr show, and we were all standing in line again, same situation. And I see now a man and a teenage son, because it's been that many moons. And then he had this guitar, and I'm like, "Man, that looks like a lot of good that looks." I go, "You're here with your son?" I go, I saw him with his son. I said, "Oh, I love it when parents bring their kids, because they're training the kids right for the next generation," right? That's what I was thinking. And I said, "Oh my gosh, how cool. You remind me of the last time we saw Johnny Marr. He actually came and signed this boy's, guitar." And the guy looks at me, and the kid looks at me, he goes, "That's us." And he had the guitar.
Who's
Get it
Johnny Marr?
again. The lead guitarist of the Smiths.
I'm messing with you. I know he is.
Wait. I can't. Wait. Right?
It
There.
just looks like you're flaunting your bust.
I know. I
Sorry,
Okay.
you can tell the gin or the third gin has kicked in.
Well, no, I understand. I'm a little on the chesticle side. It is natural, people. I can't help it. But anyway, so okay.
Reason
Now
why-
what is the
First of all,
conversation?
no.
What's the conversation?
Let's go back. No. Let's honor what's just been said here. That is a fantastic story, and that is amazing and incredible, and a testament to a celebrity taking time to impact someone's life.
Oh, the last statement. He walked out, remembered them.
Again, see the amount of people he probably sees. That's really nice. That's good. That's got me in the feels.
Yeah. Well, the problem was I was standing next, so he ignored me to say hi to them. I'm like, "Mother Pucker!" But yeah, it was cool.
And you can't get mad because
I know.
You've now got a cool story as well.
But I have the story with them, so I'm 1 degree separation.
Oh, for sure. You're like an appendage to that story.
Like the thing.
Like a toe.
I prefer the thing. Hulk. Question.
Mike Asherana.
I got your
I got
cornwalls.
I think I know what he means. That's the way he says it. Yeah. Please drop kick him for me.
That's my saying. She's picking up my terms. Rocky, that's dangerous. I say drop.
Is that Raquel saying she wants to drop kick me?
No, Mike.
Oh, okay. You guys do you. Dayle scored a lot of cool points with me. Thank you, Mike. But just let you know, it's a trap. I brown nose you, I compliment you the first time I meet you. Then we go live.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Okay. I know. Hey, weren't they supposed to make so that it's is that the what's his name? It's General. What's his name? It's a trap, General. It's a Star Wars reference.
I'm not a Star Wars fan. Yes, I don't really get it.
Uh,
Emperor Palpatine.
That's it. No, not Palpatine.
Han Solo.
No, Palpatine is the black.
Count Dooku.
No, Count
Mace Windu. I'm just saying Star Wars people.
I know you are.
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, did you know? Okay, here's a fun fact about Jar Jar. They greatly reduced his time because most people were like now not loving him, but apparently there are certain scenes that Jar Jar Binks in that doesn't quite fully make sense for his character because they ended up making him a comedic foil. His original conception was to be a undercover bad guy, where he was supposed to be like, I look stupid, and then turn around and the surprise moment is he was the bad guy all along. But they ended up just keeping him like a lame character.
Also, fun fact about Jar Jar Binks: a lot of people gave him stick for being racist because he spoke in Pidgin English. The actor that plays him is black and of Pidgin English descent, so like not Pidgin English, sorry, but like is one of his natural tongues.
Huh.
Black guy.
I love.
So people are like, oh, Jar Jar Binks is racist because he does Pidgin English, but it was his interpretation of the character, and that's why he did Pidgin English.
But this is a fantasy movie, right? We're all like on the same like. Okay, never mind. No. Actually, no. I will say, Song of the South, and even
I still love that film. I don't cancel it. Just put a little disclaimer at the front saying this shit was bad back in the day. We don't do that anymore.
What? Yeah,
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. It's a great song.
Oh,
should we sing
the Splash Mountain ride was like the songs were so good. Like, anyway, yeah. Oh, and fun fact on that too: the crows that they had, the 4 crows, they actually asked the Beatles to voice over those 4 crows. And it was John Lennon was like, "Yeah, no, we don't do that. We don't do that shit."
Is that the crows in Dumbo?
Oh, you're right.
I'll be done seen about everything when I see an elephant fly.
Okay,
yeah. They were literally Jim Crows, right? Let's...
Can I hire you for voiceover? I've decided I'm hiring for voiceover.
It's not about me. Mike and Raquel are fighting over you, Sia.
Oh, they trying to love me like a love song baby. I love you guys.
Well, because you're one of those people that enables other people. You need to get some more shine.
Because thank you very much for saying that.
It's my royal decree.
My word of the year is light. And I mean, and I think I was subconsciously thinking that when I named my own business, Brilliant Beam Media. I'm a big, here's something that no one knows about me and I don't think I talk about very often. I know I tend to be like, oh, you're extroverted, like you're always in the limelight and all that stuff. Yeah, I do enjoy being in the limelight, but for me, I get the most satisfaction putting you in the limelight. Like I get more satisfaction making other people shine in their own way. That makes me happy. And so where I think a lot of people don't realize is light is my word of the year because I want to broadcast everyone else's light as bright as we can be. And sometimes we as a community help each other light each other's way. And then you become a more brilliant beam. Dum. That's my message of
that was the corniest thing you've ever said.
But it's fucking fracking frickety frackety frack. True.
Gonna get me cancelled, man.
Shh, don't worry.
Blood. Shh. Sort it out, bro.
Oh, so what? Hey, is in England picking up the bruh? The Gen Zs are very like known to say that, like bruh. Oh, don't do that, bruh. Like, do you guys?
We don't say bruh. We say bruv though.
Bruv.
Again, it's a different accent. Bravo. So it's kind of like it's a mixture of Cockney and West Indian kind of accent. So like, yo fam, how's it going? Yeah, like this is how I would speak if I was like from South London. Like not exactly like this, but like a little bit like this, and I'd be like, yes, bruv.
Bruv.
Get me, fam.
Bruv.
Yes, bruv. It's a little bit different. It ain't bruh. Cause nah, man, allow that.
That's kind of cool too. Can you wait? Okay, can I challenge you? Can you do how many accents can you attempt to do for each region? So,
you know what? I'll give it a go, and you guys will laugh at how bad I am. So I can try a Manchester accent, but it won't work very well.
Okay. Say something like say what's a common like? How about the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain for each region that I name? Ready?
try.
Okay, ready? So
I can barely say that like with my regular voice.
okay, how about the
sure?
how about just say rain in Spain? Just say rain in Spain. We'll go with that. Simple.
Rain in Spain.
Okay, ready?
Right, sure.
The Mancunian accent. Manchester.
Yeah, I just realised I can't do it. I was like, well, because the moment you said it, I thought of Liverpool, and they are rivals. So don't.
Oh
do
no
that.
no okay. Help me understand. Okay, Liverpool and Manchester. They're like around like the way. They're like very similar, right? Wait, I think my map is opposite, so I have to go opposite. Like
they're both on the west.
they're on the west side,
west coast.
west side. So I'm trying to.
Yep.
Visually speaking, I think I'm on the west side, but I think Manchester's further south, Liverpool further north, or have it switched? I feel like they're
Liverpool is ever so slightly. It's the north south of Liverpool and Manchester is irrelevant. It's more east west.
I feel like you know what I
Liverpool
feel like.
is closer to the River Mersey.
You know what I feel like.
And Manchester is not.
I feel like I'm a weather person, and the clouds in Manchester. Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna hop to the comments again because no, I should get kicked out. For
that is true. That is like not cool.
50 Shades of Sia.
Oh yeah, right here. See, because we were talking about I said go with the 50 Shades.
Breasticles. Yep. Sia is my favorite Floridian.
Freaking Mike.
What is that? Is that an inside joke?
It is. It is an inside joke because because he kept saying I was Thai. I'm like, I go the puck, dude. I'm from Florida, and so he calls me a Floridian now.
Cool. Sorry, this is why I need a producer, by the way, because I'm going to say through some of this.
Oh my! And you're leaning in. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to help you. I can help you make yourself look
amateur.
Like.
Yeah.
Wait, are you sheltering comments? Just play them.
Are
you like reading through and just not like?
Yeah. Oh. I always filter my comments. I can't have any fool just talking.
Well, that's why he's like, well, it's been fun, kids. Hey, so do I.
Oh yeah, aren't you on that? Like, don't you need to get that sorted soon? Like, if you end up getting drunk and not being on the hounds tonight, that'd be kind of funny.
I hate to say it, but this will not get me drunk.
No, I know. We've established you've got the liver the size of a horse.
I know. Wait, a horse or a horse?
Horse, H-O-R-S.
Okay, just want to make sure I got the spelling right.
They have big livers because they're big animals.
What do you? Okay, look, I know I put on some weight, but really, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Okay. I just love the way you just blinked. Blink, blink, blink.
There's nothing I can say to that.
Yeah. So anyway, what were we talking about? Because I'm still on the Noel Fielding really does look like Prince William when he had hair in that one scene in IT Crowd. That's all I'm saying.
I swear he was voted one of the world's sexiest men at some point. Like he was in the top 25.
He's just got a really cool vibe about him. That's what I really like. It's like he's just like chill. He's just.
He is.
Like. but so that one that was it. What's it called? The Cats Countdown, whatever. The year in review countdown.
8 out of 10 cats do countdown.
Yeah. Where the hell is that saying? What I was wondering like the name of that show. I'm like, where does that come from?
You know who should ask? The idiom man himself.
No, Shizers, right? Where is he these days, man? He been busy. I get it. He busy. I know. Not feeling the love, Nick Smethurst. We miss you. Come back to us. Come back. What song has that come back lyric? That's really getting me right now. Gonna have to think about that. Are you?
Yeah. NME Awards 2008. Noel Fielding voted sexiest man.
You Googled that?
Well, I knew it kind of somewhere, but I had to Google
2008. Jeez, 15 years ago.
Back in the day, way back when.
15 years ago.
15 years.
You were 15 years ago.
A smidge older, but yeah. I'm 34 now.
I'm not kidding. Are you seriously 34 now?
I'm 34 now.
I think.
Soon to be 35.
Wait. What year would that be then of birth? That'd be 90. Wait, 90.
88.
88. Okay, so you're 2 years older than my nephew. Okay, that's great to know. That's awesome.
Wait, are you old enough to be my mum?
No, almost.
No? Almost.
No, not you. I'd be, I mean,
Like if you started young, you know what I mean?
it would be vastly illegal in the most wrongest sense. But if you think about your,
Right, got it.
but if you think about your royalty, your royalty history, or European royalty, or all royalty history, I mean, there were some. You said you're 35. Oh yeah, yeah. You're still a little young, a year or two,
Okay.
for me to be at birth you.
Right. Okay. Should we end on that note? Should we just leave it on that?
No, we gotta change that. We gotta think of something else to leave on because now you depress me. No, you do not leave it on me and being like I'm old enough to have birthed you. Are you seriously gonna do that to me?